Jess.
So we headed back to Subar to deliver one of the eggs, and Fawn was taken to the Temple for Recovery. And when we got to the general store, we realised the guard Drake and the lion were no longer there. And to the description that the man had made was similar to the description of Damon. Fawn was sent back to her parents, and Samura had another experience with the Dark Lady. And Samura, Eartha, and Anya all found pearls under their pillows, and when crushed, saw a vision containing someone they each were familiar with. And that's where we left off.
Yeah, that's perfect. So actually, on that note, just something I want to correct from last session. It was just a little slip up by me. I think what had happened is, Samura, you had cast Identify on one of the small circular crystal pill like items, and I described them as magic items, but I kind of so they're not magic items in the way that like a wizard could create this item. It's more of something that is an item because you can hold it in your hand, and it's clearly magical because it has like a memory trapped inside of it. But it's you don't know how it was made. You don't really know. You've never seen anything like it before, and you don't you're not really sure how it was made, or even if it was like made by mortals in that sense. You don't really know what it is. And the other thing I just wanted to go over is, obviously you guys are going to be traveling back to the Citadel this session. From now until the Citadel, if you run into any encounters, you guys can either decide on a person doing it, or you guys can run them as a group. You will be in mechanical control of Fleur and Ramas. Their stat blocks are in the characters folder in the Google Drive. So you can look at those. You can either control them as a group, or you can like assign one to a person, or you can just look at them as a group and talk about what you want them to do. So you can metagame those and work on those guys together. So yeah, we'll kind of just pick up from where Jess said. So at the end of last section, you guys had plenty of time to talk about it. So we would assume that was kind of your back and forth on the way to getting your cart and horses out of the stables, wherever you'd left them, and kind of setting off on the road again. So you're going to be on the Tradeway, which is like this main road between Subar and Boriskia Bridge, for about half a day before you get to that familiar turning, which takes you onto Thundar's Ride and down towards the Citadel again. So do you guys, we'll just start from my beginning again. So Ellis, could you roll a D100, the percentile and the D10, just to see if you encounter anything? You guys have used, basically, the way I do it is, once you meet an encounter, I shake them up every session, like the numbers. It becomes this day, nothing happens on this day. So you guys have used up a lot of the encounters, so a lot of them will probably be nothing happens, but just in case.
Can I say
77.
We'll go over what people are doing just after Ellis makes the encounter roll. But yeah, so what roll was that, Ellis?
77.
77. Okay.
Yes.
Then we'll go around. Eartha, is there anything Eartha is specifically doing today, Ellis?
Well, me, probably just, chilling, making sure everything is sharp, making sure his sword is shiny, probably chat to his brother and the others a bit. I do want to do ascending to Abbot, however I'll have to wait till the next day to do that.
Okay.
Because
No worries.
I've used the more annoying
Yeah,
thingy.
if you guys... I'm assuming you guys are going to go at a normal pace, because that's just the pace you've been traveling at up until now. So it's going to take you about... let me just go over this quickly. Half, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... About 7 days of travel. 7 to 7.5 days of travel. You'll probably get there like halfway through the 8th day. of travel is when you'll get back at the Citadel if you travel at a normal pace. But yeah, so you've got a fair amount of time. Samura, is there anything Samura is doing today?
Yeah, I want to get the spear and short sword off Ufa's bag of holding, and I'm gonna start enchanting them. Well, enchanting the sword, and I'll also start working on a second level spell. And I'll be doing that for the full. I'll work on the short sword for the first 4 days, the spear for the second 4 days, and the spell just for the entire 8 days.
Okay, cool. And just to be clear, that's one of your personal spells that Samura's been working on, and now he's going to try and create it. Cool. Yeah, so just have you already worked out the cost and everything?
I'm working that out now.
Okay, cool. Like as I'll like just keep remind me as we go through the days, and we'll work out the cost. You should definitely have enough though with everything, with all the money you've accumulated. But yeah, Anya, is there anything you're specifically doing on that day, on that first day, or you've got a lot of days, so you probably won't have anything, like there's nothing specific you can do every day, just if there's anything you want to mention.
Not to be boring, but no, not yet anyway.
No, that's fine. So yeah, on that first day, and you've had a busy few days full of dragons and slavers, so yeah, so you're kind of cooling down, enjoying the kind of the road trip. You're not going quickly, you're going at a nice normal pace, just on familiar ground. Yeah, so you're kind of relishing in that. Yeah, Jackson, was there anything?
Just Ufa, that is 320 gold you need to take off from the gold pile.
Okay.
Is that for everything, or?
That's all of it for the 8 days.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Let me do maths, but yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. So, as those 8 days progress, you use up those resources. So, I won't go through it day by day because we'll get bored quickly.
How
And
much was
there's
it?
not that much. There's not that much specific stuff you can do. So, for the purposes of this, is there anything you want to do? So you've got 2 days of traveling along Thundar's Ride, and on the third day, you will be passing through Tempest's Tears, the Veil of Fog, where Amaranthha resides. Is there anything you would like to do before, in those 2 days before you get there? So we'll just go around again. Eartha, did you want to message Abbott,
Yes,
the
but
half-elf artificer you'd met in Baldur's Gate?
yeah, but before that, Jackson, how much was it I needed to take off? Was it 380?
320.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
100 gold for each item and 120 gold for my spell.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I would like to send in Abbott.
Yep. So on the second day, you go ahead and cast sending.
Can I quickly try write this out and let someone else go first whilst I make sure I can get it within 25 words?
I don't think anyone else has anything, but
No. Well, let me quickly work this
Swing
out.
yeah, I mean, I can talk. So just to plot out your journey. So you've got 2 days of normal traveling. Then on the third day, you'll pass through the fog, through Tempest's Tears. Then the rest of the days are just, normal traveling on the road until you arrive at the Citadel. And then from the Citadel to Baldur's Gate, it's a further 2 days. So you can either, you can leave the same day you get to the Citadel, or you can probably spend the night in the guest barracks and then finish your journey the next 2 days after that. Just to be safe, Anya, is there anything? I don't think so, but is there anything you want to do? Anything you want to do on this journey at all, or are you just kind of making sure you're, good?
There's nothing I want to do as of yet.
Yep.
Yeah, not till later in the game.
Actually, this is as good as time as any. I've been waiting for the right time to do this, so we might as well do it now. We'll say during that first day, or that second day of travel, Anya, you receive a sending message, and this isn't it verbatim, but it's from your professor at the College of New Olam, you recognize his voice as it comes through, and it's just kind of along the lines of like I hope you are well. I trust that you have been in Baldur's Gate for a while now, or like I trust you have been and gone from Baldur's Gate. He's just kind of asking you to like respond to the message, say you're okay. So you just get like the message come through like, Anya, I hope you are well. I hope you are safe, and I trust you are been and gone from Baldur's Gate by now. If you could let me know that all is well, and you can respond how you wish. You have 25 words. You can just kind of go. Anyone who uses sending knows the person has to respond. So you might miss a few words off the end, but as long as they get the gist, or you don't have to use the full amount of words.
On the way to the Citadel.
That was literally like the second day, yeah.
Okay. Probably just say, I am well. It's hard to think about it on the spot.
Yeah.
I am well. Heading to the Citadel.
You would know. He probably doesn't know what that means.
Oh, right, okay. This is hard. I am well.
You don't have to go into too much detail. He's checking you're not in danger.
Dead.
Yeah, like he just needs to know you're not in imminent danger. You don't need the school's help.
I'd just say something like, I'm well, thank you. I'm heading to the Red Knight Citadel outside of Baldur's Gate.
Something like that. He said it better than me.
All you need to say is he's basically because if you responded like no, someone's trying to murder me, then the school would need to mobilize and try and help their students because like you're a tenured student, so you need to be taken care of. But yeah, if you want to just repeat what like the kind of thing Jackson says.
I am well. Thank you for checking on me. Heading to the Red Knight Citadel.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Then a few moments later, you'll hear like a general response like, "Very good. Let me know if you need any assistance. Hope all is well." And it's just kind of semi-informal, kind of just like emailing a teacher, just like a very much like a distance, like just let me know if there's a problem and we can sort something out. Ither, what were you messaging Abbott?
Right, this is dead on 25.
Go for it.
Hey, sorry that we left you. You may be in danger. Watch out for anyone. They can change form. Can be unnamed Damon. On way back.
A few long pause moments go by, and you hear, thank you. Why would I be in danger? Hope you're safe. Hope you're safe. And it just kind of.
I'm gonna just fire one back.
Yeah.
He's after you because we upset him. He's been trying to kill us for a while. Now looking for other means.
Okay. A few more moments go by and he says, well, I'm flattered. Haven't met anybody new. I'll keep my eyes open. Stop by if you're coming back. Good luck. Peter's out again.
Wait, he has the ring that can see, like...
True seeing, yeah.
So he'll be able to spot him no matter what form he's in?
So if he sees a Cambion now, yeah, he'll probably be like, oh, that's probably... they're not a common sight.
Good thing I put that in.
Yeah, good detail.
I completely forgot he had that. Till just now.
I will cast sending. Nah, I'm alright.
Then so that's 2.5 days of travel down. On this next day, you guys are passing through Tempest's Tears. So you pass through that familiar veil of fog. You know, some of the ruins seem to kind of disappear into the fog, blink out of existence, whereas new ones kind of reappear, rematerialize. You don't particularly have to stop here unless you want to. Ramas, even though he has like a connection to Amazantha, like they seem kind of like semi-old friends. You know, he's kind of in a little bit of he seems like he wants to get back to the Citadel as soon as possible. So he doesn't need to stop unless you guys want to. So is there anything you guys want to do here? You probably see like the body of the displacer beast starting to rot, not like off by the side of the road, but with like the kind of its back skinned by you. And in your bag of holding, it's kind of like the body starting to deflate and bloat in places. Unless there's anything specific you guys want to do here, you don't have to stop, or you can choose to make camp here for the night if you want. It's up to you guys. Is there anything?
I think we should keep going, not stop. Really follow Ramos's lead.
Of course, you would say that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So you continue on through Tempest's Tears. So now that you're on the other side of Tempest's Tears, we'll resume the random encounter rolls. So Jackson, could you make a D100 roll, the percentile and the D10, please?
Yeah, that's an 8.
8. Okay.
Could be bad. We've never had that low before.
Yeah, that's resoundingly low. But that could be good.
I mixed them up after every session, so it's all completely random. Okay. Is there anything anyone can just shout out if there's anything specific, any sendings or any spells or anything they want to do? Other than that, nothing happens on that day. And then, obviously, at the end of each of these days, you guys pull up by the road, make camp, and then, rest the night and then get back on the move. Is there anything, does anyone, we don't have to play them out, but does anyone want to have had any specific conversations with Ramas or Fleur? You can just stop me at any point if there's anything you wanted to talk to them about. Yeah?
Can I cast Sending to Rivelin?
Yeah.
I'll just cast them. I'll go. Don't worry. Not using the circle. Just here to say, coming back from Citadel, going to Candlekeep, and will complete the job. Thank you.
A few moments go by, and he says, oh, "Great, that's perfect. Thank you. I'm deeply in your debt, or you are deeply in my debt. See you soon." And then peters out. Okay. Jess, could you make a random encounter roll for the next day? So the percentile dice and the 2 10-sided dice.
What do you reckon? I reckon 24.
I reckon high.
69.
That's 69.
Is it? Yeah.
Good number.
That could be bad though.
Yeah,
that's a funny number.
You did get an encounter. You scored an encounter. Okay. So
Only just got the joke.
So as you guys are traveling on this day, kind of getting, you can't quite see the Citadel yet, or maybe you can, like way off on the horizon. You can kind of see like a red dot of like the blood red dome that tops the chapel and the library, and kind of you can roughly see like the glimmering white and red marble of the walls from a very big distance. You're kind of traveling through that same area where you'd encountered the bugbears and the goblins, where that tall grass was. And everyone make a perception check. So if someone could roll for Fleur and Ramas as well.
Do you want to just say... I don't know if we want to go like Alice, it's your brother, and Jess. you're probably closest to Flo, so I don't know if you guys want to take you with them as like.
I'm not sure Jess would know how to run the stat blocks, but she can ask for help if she needs it. So you guys can like,
Did you say perception? Yeah.
yeah. We'll just go around. Eartha, what was your perception?
23.
23. Samura,
5.
5. Anya,
18.
18. Ramas, anyone
9.
do Ramas? 9.
I'm doing Flo right now.
And Fleur.
She
got-
rolled a 9. Oh, do you do it?
Yeah. Sorry, you
Well,
can do
no,
yours.
no, you do it.
We're very,
You did it.
We're very
I
impressed.
rolled a 10,
10?
but I
No,
don't know what it's plus what.
It will be plus
Wisdom.
wisdom.
So it's +1. That's 11.
Oh yeah, it's a safe perception. I forgot about that. So, Eartha, you got 23, correct?
Yes.
You're the only one that spots some kind of movement in the grass around you, and you recognize this from when you'd ran into that bugbear commanding the goblins. So you kind of start to get a sense of unease. But before we do the combat, we should probably do. How do you guys want to be set up on the cart? So there's you three plus Jade plus Fleur and Ramas. Obviously, Abba is small, so Abba doesn't need to take up a full space.
Yeah.
What about Newt? I'm assuming Newt's just flying about.
Yeah, I mean, Newt doesn't need to take up a full space. It's just a small animal, so he can sit on someone if need be.
I'd be at the very back of the cart doing my usual, like, digging my claws into the side, like, digging, like, the back end, like, kind of leaning further than a normal human could, but I can because of my claws.
Do you want Jade next to you or across from you?
Probably it's, like, next to me, so, like, I'm at the very back, on, like, on the left, and, like, she's at the very back, sat down on the right. And Abba would just be, like, on my shoulder.
No problem. Anya, where would you like to be?
We currently on the battle map.
But on the not you don't have access to it yet. I'm just asking where on the cart are you?
Probably in the back as well.
In the back.
Yeah.
We'll put you as close to the back. Eartha?
I'd probably be driving, as always.
Then we'll put Ramas up front with you, and we'll put Fleur behind. Okay, so Eartha, you hear some shuffling and rustling from either side of you, and then to the left, about 20 feet to the left of you, over the back of Ramas, you see just like looming out of the tall grass, like just like standing from a crouched position, this large, kind of simultaneously like freakishly muscular but lithe, large humanoid creature with this horrible long dark matted hair and like these grotesque like sprouts and growths all over him. You recognize this is a troll, and it kind of just like, as it sees you see it, it releases this like horrible and you like that alerts all of you, and you can also see rustling from either side of it to a various distance, and anyone who's looking to the other side of the cart, you can see rustling in the grass, so you get the feeling you're surrounded. You think there's only one troll, but there's smaller creatures elsewhere in the grass.
And I don't know what those are.
Not yet, no. So let's roll initiative. I had to stop the bird. Okay, Eartha.
19.
19. Samura.
First of all, I want to point out that means Eartha rolled a 20.
No,
and
actually it doesn't. I rolled
19
19.
19-2. Well, you guys can decide who wants to go first, who wants to go second.
I don't mind.
Go on, Ufa, you can go first. You've got the fire.
Fair enough.
Anya.
15.
What was that, sorry?
15.
15. And Ellis, could you roll for Ramas?
11.
So it's cool. So Jess, just so you know, it's the 20 plus dexterity for Fleur, but Ramas got 11. And what did Fleur get? Jess. Ooh, right.
Her dexterity. What's her dexterity plus thing?
I don't have it in front of me. It's you guys that have
I
it.
can grab it if you need it. It is +4.
plus 4.
Pretty good, pretty good.
16.
Say it again, sorry, it keeps cutting out.
16.
16. Perfect.
Does my bird go after me or before me?
Whenever, like probably just we'll say it comes just after you. And same for Abba and Jade. Okay, perfect. So we start off with Eartha. You see the troll and you see some rustling. You see this like it's horrible. It's got like these piercing, sickly yellow eyes that are just. Otherwise, the weather it's starting to get really close to like the start of spring now, and it's in like an abnormally hot day. The sky's quite clear. There's like clouds far off in the distance, like right on the horizon. But otherwise, it's like a nice, just blue sky day with the sun beating overhead. There's still like a chill in the air, but for the most part, it's warm with a bit of a breeze. And you just see this thing's like green visage, this sickly green visage, and like these jaundiced yellow eyes staring at you, and then it's horrible, like blood splattered mouth opening and roaring. And then you see the rustling and you probably hear some movement behind you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna draw my sword and walk over to the troll.
So you'll either which way are you going to do that?
What would be the best way to get
You'd
to him?
either so if you want to maneuver your way in between Anya and Ramus, that 5-foot movement will cost you 10 feet, or you can jump out of your side and try and walk all the way around.
If I do the 10 feet, will I still be able to get in range of him?
It'll be 10, 15. Yeah, it'll cost you 20 feet total to get right into his face.
Alright, I will do that, and then as I'm walking towards him, I'm going to say the command word as my bonus action, which is Ash, and the sword is going to ignite in flames, and then I'm just going to twat him with a fire sword.
Go for it.
That is I need my calculator. I don't know where I put it.
If it's above 20, it hits.
It is above 20. It's a 23.
He just wants to brag about it.
Yeah.
23 does hit.
Right, so that's 10 plus 2d6 fire damage, because I'm two-handed the sword. That is 11 damage, including the fire damage.
Okay, cool. 11 damage. So, and is that your turn?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you kind of like everyone on the wagon, on your cart, begins to kind of look around confused, and you're the only one that's kind of spotted anything so far. But as the troll lets out like this loathsome roar, you all kind of spin your heads around and see this thing towering above the tall grass. And if you quickly like kind of push your way, kind of like half sitting down, half standing up in between Anya's side and Ramas's back, and kind of like vault over the side of the cart, pulling out Flame Tongue. Do you keep Flame Tongue strapped to your back or to your waist?
Back.
And you withdraw, unsheath. That's the better word. Unsheath Flame Tongue, your new sword that you'd found in Ralionate's cenote lair, and speak its command word, which you have decided is Ash, and it bursts to flames as you charge toward the troll and give it one big slash across the front. And it, like, seeing the fire, this thing immediately is like not happy about that and kind of takes an instinctive step backwards as you slash at it, and it just like as the flames snarl up it. It's kind of like writhing around, kind of trying to really get distance in between you two. Perfect. Samura, it's your turn, and Abba and Jade.
Ellis, your bird?
Yeah, I was going to say, what about you?
I just didn't think there's much a bird could do in this situation. But
This one actually can.
Okay.
Well, in a way.
Let me kill this bird.
Oh god, here you go. Well, I'm going to have him do flyby on the troll.
Flyby.
So he's going to come up to it, attack it with his claws, fly off without any opportunity attack.
Okay.
And
so,
because I'm within 5 feet as well, that means he gets advantage on attack rolls.
Okay, go for it.
So what am I doing? I'm attacking with speak, right? Oh, never mind. I'm going to attack with.
Careful, read the flyby, because sometimes things like that force you to use one move.
The beast doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
Fair enough.
So I'm gonna. He's gonna come past and hit him with his claws or his talons.
Yeah. So yeah, Newt just like soars overhead, kind of flies right above your head, and kind of quick like talon attack in the face, and then swings past the back of this troll. What's the roll to hit? Did it hit?
Yeah, 23. Got the same.
23.
As me.
And what's the damage on that?
4.
4 damage.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not a hard hitter, but he's there nonetheless.
Cool. Great. So now, Samara, it is your turn.
Jade is on the side of the cart closer to the...
I will say this. You can do your turns interchangeably, so you can put Jade and Abba. Same for you, actually, Eartha, with Newt. You can do it wherever in your turn.
Jade is on the side of the cart closer to the troll.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put my hand on Jade's shoulder, cast Samara's super bonded supercharge, and empower her with this like electricity just like crackling up and down her suit of armor, and then I'm gonna fly 30 feet up.
Yep.
So yeah, she has 2 sets of that, and Jade is gonna work her way to with Abba jumping from me to Jade, and then Jade's gonna work her way towards the troll.
Okay. Do you want him to be like to the side of the troll or at the front with Eartha?
Just to get to the left of Ufa, so that it's the same as like but
that?
also but she only has 25 feet of movement. I don't know if that'll matter.
It's only 5, 10, 15, 20, it's 25, so that's...
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, so she's going to use a slam attack in that case and try and hit him.
Cool, go for it. Roll to hit.
Which is a 19 to hit, and also another 19 to hit.
Both hit.
Yeah, with the... Well, she does have multi-attack, doesn't she? I'm not being stupid.
I'm pretty sure she does.
Yeah, I'm looking here and I haven't wrote it down, which is nice. Anyways, I will add the damage. That's 3 plus 7 says 10 damage plus 10 and 12, that's 22 damage.
22 damage, okay.
And the electricity fades at that point.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, so like you said, Samara kind of seeing Eartha jumping off the wagon, you kind of begin to act on instinct. You imbue Jade, your animated armor, with this electrical kind of supercharged energy that she then storms over to the troll and unleashes these attacks while you fly up to kind of get an eye on the bird's eye view on the situation, pun intended, and see everything that's happening. Abba with Jade. Cool. Next in the initiative is okay. Okay, so about 15 feet to the right of this hulking troll, some movement begins to pick up. Okay. Not great. Oh, okay, that's all right. Samara, 17 to hit.
Oh, just hit.
Oh. It's not too much. Okay. Oh fuck. Okay, it rolled max damage. You take 8 damage as an arrow comes flying from the tall grass, and as it kind of sticks into your kind of shoulder from down below, and you can start to make out these shapes, these smaller creatures in the grass. You recognize them as goblins. Last time you'd encountered them, they'd been led by a bugbear. It appears this company of goblins is being banded about by a troll. You recognize the arrow as goblin make, and then as you look down, you begin to see that familiar yellow skin of the goblins that you recognize. That is going to be the end of that turn, though. It is now Flua's turn, so you guys can decide as a group, or Jess, you can decide what would Flua like to do.
Go on, Jess.
Maybe we can discuss it as a group, because
Yeah, I don't think she knows how stat blocks work. You might want to
get it up. Right.
I've got it up. So
yeah, so
especially
feel
for
free.
combat.
You can meta game with this. Like you
also
guys can
just
talk
because
through it.
Flair's got more abilities than Anya, and I feel like you two have
No.
more experience, so that you'd be able to
She,
use
I
her
wouldn't say she
abilities for-
does.
she can't actually. She has a lot, Ellis, on the stat block. She can't use any of them unless she's just sneak attacking.
True. Yeah.
So you should probably skip to walk up to Blood on the left, the one closest to the camera for Brad, and just hit them twice. I would say that's the
What?
best plan of action.
With multi-attack.
Yeah. Just double slam attack.
Yeah, it's probably the best option.
The one behind Jade, correct?
Yes.
Jess, would you
Roll
like to
to
roll
get-
for this?
Can do.
So roll a d20 twice and tell us the numbers, and plus a 6 to it.
Okay. To each one, yeah.
Yes.
Not just
Yeah.
one. Okay. 21.
That hits.
10.
10. That one does not hit, but the first one does. So the first slam attack hits.
So-
What's the damage on that?
Roll
You need to
a...
roll a 1d6 and plus 4.
Oh, I forgot my plus to my attack.
Idiot.
I was like, why is
My-
everyone getting like pluses? I was like, oh shit, yeah, I got a plus. Not if I knew about it.
What was that,
What'd you
sorry?
get?
5.
5 damage. Do.
Not bad, not
You
bad.
got a 1.
It's not bad, Jackson. Shut up. Every little helps. These are goblins. And a troll.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my maths. Okay, no. There we go. Yeah, so Fleur, not in her doppelganger blue form, in the form of this elegant looking young woman with kind of pale skin and blonde hair, straddles through the rest of the cart and goes for one of the goblins close at hand. Anya, it is now your turn. What would you like to do? So you're just on the side of the cart there.
My crossbow.
Yep.
And I'll go for the one to the left of the troll.
Go for it.
Yeah. I've totally forgotten how to do combat. Like
It's been a while.
1d6, right?
Gotta roll the 20 first.
Oh yeah. See, it's been so long. I can't even remember what to do.
I think it's
first.
been 5 weeks. I think.
It's been a while.
Okay.
It's been a while.
22.
22 hits.
Okay. And then that's what damage. 1.
Does it have a?
Yeah, you
Power
should have a
plus four.
plus. If using crossbow, it should be a dexterity.
Attack bonus.
In
the middle.
Just your dexterity.
Yeah, whatever your dexterity is.
Then I have 5.
Cool.
Blah, 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 blah.
Totally forgotten how to play combat.
So
It's alright.
Anya, as you see this scene playing out behind you, you kind of like you look down to your left at your violin kind of packed up, and you kind of just like grab your hand crossbow from your side and just instinctively shoot into the grass. I was about to say the glass. You shoot into the long grass where you can see some rustling and where you can see Fleur kind of is pulling back some of the long grass, and you make out one of the goblins and you take a shot and it just hits it in the eye, and you see it like and falls to the ground dead. There we go. Cool. So next in the combat is there anything else you'd like to do, Anya, or are you happy there?
I will make my way off the cart.
Yeah, cool. Do you wanna which way do you wanna go?
I'll go to the right of the cart. Yeah.
Do you want to go as far as you can, or just a little bit?
Just there, because
Yeah.
that's as far as I can see right now.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then we'll end your turn there. And next is the goblin you just killed. Ramas. Itha, what would Ramas like to do?
Can he see the 4 on the right?
He can see them. He can't see them exactly, but like he can probably. He thinks he can probably do something about that if he wants to.
He's gonna cast Flame Strike.
Cool.
In between the two middle ones, so they should be in a 10 foot. Are they 10 foot apart?
Is it a 10-foot thing?
Yeah.
No, because 2 squares are 10 feet.
Oh, I can't see how many squares that is from that distance.
So there's 1 square, then one free. It's in one, then there's a free one, then there's another free one, and it's behind that one.
Oh, okay, doesn't matter then.
Just
He's not
going
to do that. He's going to. What is he going to do? Should have looked at what he could do before this. He will cast Sacred Flame on one of the goblins on the right.
Go for it. Roll attack. Roll a hit.
That is a 18 plus his
Hits.
spell, whatever it is. And that is. Oh, he's obviously level 5, so. Yeah, he's more than likely over level 5.
It should say at the top of his part that says spellcasting. It'll say what level spellcaster he is.
Well, he's a 9th level spellcaster. But in terms of
Level 9.
in terms of cantrips, it says when you reach 5th level, the spell increases in damage. When you reach 11th level, the spell increases in damage. That kind of a thing. But obviously, he's higher than us, so he's definitely got this. And he dealt 13 damage with Sacred Flame.
Which one was he going for? Just any on that side, or
Any on that side.
cool. We'll go with the one he's closest to. Yeah.
That's an action.
Cool. So yeah, as he's kind of looking, he looks over to you, Jade and Fleur, kind of engaging on the side of the troll, and he flicks his head over to these goblins that are kind of creeping closer to the cart, and he shoots out a Sacred Flame, and you just hear it, another one, like meeting its end in the tall grass.
He's then gonna hop off the side of the cart on that side as well.
Is Sacred Flame radiant damage? Alright.
Sacred Flame is radiant damage, yeah.
Cool. Very good. And what did you say he was going to do?
Just hop off on that side, so he's going to go to that side of the cart, draw his sword, and just kind of sit around on that side of the cart waiting.
Right, no worries. Very good. Then next up, it is the troll. Okay.
Troll has disadvantage on all attacks due to the defender.
Good to know. Thank you very much. Okay, it has multi-attack, so it makes 3 attacks. 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws.
Ready to take damage.
It is going to...
I actually believe I'm slightly wrong. I believe it's only its first attack on its turn.
Okay. I'm currently... He's more scared of the fire right now, so he's going to want to take care of that as soon as possible. So he's going to make the bite attack against Eartha with disadvantage. So that's... Oh god. Okay. Okay, the lower one is 11 plus 7. Okay, so 18 to hit with the bite, Eartha.
Yeah.
You're not going to like how the rest of this goes. Okay, he rolled a 1, so that's 5 damage on the bite. And then he's going to take 2 claw attacks at you. Okay, that was low. 11 to hit with the first one.
No.
And 26 to hit with the second one.
Would you believe me if I said no?
I wouldn't.
Damn.
Okay, 15 damage on the second claw attack. So as you're kind of like you get hit, like you get a light bite on like your cauldron, and you kind of like reel back, and you kind of manage to dodge that first claw with that first attack. And as you're kind of like trying to predict where he's going to swing next, you swing into the pathway as this like gangly, long, horrible claw slams into you, and you can feel some of its like nail tips dig into your flesh. Very good. Next is okay. Samurai, you're still flying, correct?
Yes.
Okay, then the goblin to the right and furthest up is going to take an arrow shot at you. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 6 damage total. Next up, another goblin, 1 lower down. This one is going to go at Rama. Actually, no, they're going to pinata Samurai, I think. Sorry,
fine.
baby. Okay. Okay, that one's lower. 12 to hit.
Misses.
And then 1 more goblin. Natural 20.
Would you believe me if I said that misses?
I wouldn't. Okay, so double the dice damage.
Good try, buddy.
Okay.
Good try.
Got that
Still
diamond.
not a lot. 7 damage from the another arrow. So a few more arrows pepper you from the long grass. Eartha, it's your turn again.
So at this point, Eartha's probably going to be pretty pissed. So he's going to hit him with the sword, and then War Priest and hit him again.
Go for it.
That is a 19 and an 18 to hit.
19 and 18. Both hit.
Right. Do you want damage all at once?
Yeah, he's not resistant to anything you've got, so go for it.
Nice. That's a D12. That's not a D10. No, it is a D10. That's a lot of damage.
Doesn't sound like it's going good over there.
I can't see half the stuff. I've got glasses on. That's 37 total.
37 damage. Whoa.
Yeah.
Mamma mia. That's spicy.
Troll dies.
And I forgot I had a +4 because I'm a strong
Right,
boy.
It possibly could die.
No, we have definitely not dealt enough damage. It's not healing is a good thing, but we definitely haven't dealt enough damage.
Jade alone did 22, so with your attack and Jade's attack, that's 50 damage plus.
You're hearing goblins kind of going down around you, and you're kind of like trying to keep an eye on everything, being the cleric, making sure you don't need to run over and heal anyone. You kind of catch like a glimpse of Samurai kind of blocking out the sunlight. Yeah, so you kind of like you kind of glance behind you and you see Samura's form kind of blocking the sunlight. Everything seems to be all right. And trying to finish this thing off, you take 2 massive, like, flaming blows at the troll, and it looks quite hurt. It's still got a lot of fight in it, but like that was a mean round. You did a lot of damage. Next up, Newt. Yeah.
Newt. He's going to do the same thing. Just swoop in, hit it with its claws as it flies by, and just swoops back up in the sky.
Go for it. Yeah, roll damage on that.
And because we're within, that's it. Advantage. So that is 16.
16 hits.
Hey. That is a 3 damage.
3 damage. Very nice.
Oh, pardon me.
Okay, Samura, it's your turn. So you're kind of you're seeing
them goblins on the right side.
Mhm.
Are they lined up?
I'll swivel it for you so you can see it a bit. Can you see that?
Let me turn my phone. I should be able to. No, my phone won't turn, so I can't really see it.
2 are lined up. One is slightly out.
Did you see that one is just 1 square backwards?
Forwards.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my thing is I want to cast. If I cast Lightning Strike, it's 5 feet wide. So can I have that? So it's covering half of the forward square and half of the backward square, so it hits all 3.
No.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Good idea though. Good. I keep thinking like that, but I'm not gonna.
I'll go to the one which like has 2 lined up, and I'll go at the side of them so that 2 of them are lined up behind each other, and I'm gonna use my staff dual-handed to cast Lightning Strike, which is 5 feet long and 5 feet wide and 120 feet long. So just a 120 feet line towards the next one and even through them and further.
Actually, you know what? You could probably. I'll say, because it's literally only 5 feet out, I'll say you could cast it at an angle where it would pierce these 3. I'll say that.
Thank you. So I'm going to cast this, and the lightning bolt leaps from the staff's tip and just like shoots out and just goes through all of them in a 120 feet line. They need to make a dexterity saving throw against dexterity DC 17.
That's
cool.
pretty high.
The first one got a natural 20. Second one got 11. And the third one got 12. So the one closest to you succeeds. Actually, no, we'll say the one furthest away succeeds, but the 2 closest to you do not.
Well, it's 96 halved for the one who passes.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you this for free. They all die.
Well, it's 10, 12. We're on 16 and we've rolled the dice 4 times, so that's not even halfway.
I think he might be dead. I think all 3 of them might be dead.
Pretty sure they're vaporized. And then I'm just gonna, if I've got any movement left, I don't think I do, but if I do, I'll just kind of try and fly up again.
Yeah, sure. I might be misremembering this, but I believe if something dies completely of lightning damage, it gets disintegrated. I might be misremembering that, but we'll say it for now. So these 3 goblins in the path of your new staff's lightning ability, just like Thanos snap, they just like turn into dust and like begin to like they kind of get swirled up by the air and then like become piles in the grass.
Can I actually stay stood in the long grass so that like everyone in the cart and stuff can't see me because I'm still hidden a little bit in the long grass, but just hold my staff up as high as I can so they all see the
like
staff.
like a baton, like a surrender flag. Cool, very good. So
and then Jade's gonna start slamming.
Oh, very good.
21
Go
to
for it.
hit.
Hits.
And nat 1, so first gonna take some damage. So there's 5 damage against the troll, and 4 damage against whoever could possibly be uppercut to the right.
I'm hearing Abba.
5 damage to the troll.
5 damage.
I'm hearing Abba takes the hit.
Yeah, I'm already there, dog. So the first slam, like the first punch, just goes in the troll's gut and like as it's like snarling at the flames in its face. And Abba takes like a backward step and just of Abba like just dissipating into non-existence, returning to the Feywild. So you'll have to reconjure Abba at some point.
Yeah.
There we go. Otherwise, good turn. And it's the last goblin's turn, who's just going to take a pot shot at Eartha, because that's... Oh, actually... Okay. Bear with.
He's going to try.
You know, I am so bad with the alphabet.
He's going to try and run, isn't he? The little shit's going to try and get away.
Okay. You hear as one of the goblin's arrows strikes into Black Beauty, Eartha's horse, I believe.
Yeah,
Oh no,
exactly what I
Anya's
thought would happen.
And now those horses they start running. So your cart just disappears. Like they just start bolting, and your cart it just starts ricketing off into the. They're not going off road, but they are still on the. Yeah. What you saying?
Can I just, for the future of all my turns, double my movement to 100 feet and just try and chase them down?
Okay, sure. A riding horse moves at. This is what I was trying to look at.
I believe 80 feet.
80 feet, 60 feet, close. So they're not doubling their movement. So I'll just say they probably should, but I'll say they're not. So I'll say like by your next turn, you can like land in front of them and like make an animal handling check.
We'll get run over.
Okay. You do know though, like if that horse takes one more shot, it's probably Dunsky. So you want to like because horses aren't super tough. Okay. Oh, I just did something wrong. I fixed it. Okay, there we go. Cool. It is Fleur's turn. So is Fleur just going to attack the troll? I'm guessing.
Sure.
We won't spend too long on it. Someone can just.
1 minute. Does she have advantage because the troll is surrounded?
Yes, she would. Yeah. So she does have her abilities that are.
Oh no, she doesn't have sneak attack. She has surprise attack.
Yeah.
Damn, because sneak attack just requires advantage. That actually requires surprise.
So Jess, roll.
I think she does have something based on that. I think I can't remember, but so roll 20 plus
6.
4, I think, to hit Jess. Oh,
6.
6 to hit.
10.
10.
Is that with advantage?
Oh, sorry, it has advantage. Yeah, roll again.
Ah, okay.
Whoopsie-doopsie.
Right,
And you also got multi-attack, so you get to do that another time.
Come on. Okay. 19.
19, there we go. And is it one more time? Was it right,
Yeah,
Justin?
yeah, you've got one more attack, so you can roll twice and take the higher again.
Okay. Right. That's 15. Get higher. Oh shit. And that's 10.
So 15. What's the higher?
That hits. So roll 2 lots of damage.
Okay.
1d6, but obviously roll the d6 twice and then add 4 to both of them.
Okay.
Do.
7. Oh shite. And then 8.
7 and 8. Thank you very much.
15 damage.
Okay. There we go. Perfect. So that's Fleur's turn. She kind of takes now that goblin's hit the ground, she just scrambles over to the troll and makes 2 quick attacks there. Anya, it is your go. What would you like to do? So all of those goblins are down, but...
Apart from the one to the right of the troll.
Yes, just that one, and your horse is running off in the distance, but you can see Samura looks like he's getting ready to take off after the horses. But you can hit the troll. You can hit the goblin from here with your crossbow if you like. Or the
Yeah,
troll.
I'm going to take down the last troll because they hit my horse, and it's only fair that I seek revenge. So
Go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
your
do a
horse was not pleased
crossbow
about that.
attack.
Question: can you cast not cure wounds, healing hands on a horse?
I believe it just says creature, so yeah.
That's right. I don't even think I have. I think that's what
That's
I
a
meant.
9.
Did
I think that's an ASMR thing.
Yeah, what was I thinking? Yeah, I was thinking cure wounds. My bad.
16.
16 hits. Roll damage. See if you kill him.
And it's plus my dexterity, yeah?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. 10.
10. Very good. Take kind of on a bit of a blood rush, getting that headshot on the last goblin. You kind of take a few seconds stabilizing yourself as you see that other goblin kind of really drawing his bow and aiming it. You can't tell if he's aiming at Fleur or Eartha, but you just you kind of take a moment stabilizing, hold your breath, and doing the same as last time, aiming for the same right eye, and he drops his short bow and scrambles into the tall grass, seemingly dead. So that's all the goblins taken care of. Anything else you'd like to do, or are you just staying where you are?
Tell you what, I'll move. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out where how much it is on the map. I'll move 15 feet forward.
Yep.
And 10 feet forward. Is it? Yeah, towards towards the troll.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Perfect. It sets you up for next round. Ramas. Ellis, what would Ramas like to do? He does have spells and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I was looking because I didn't realize he had bully attack as well. You know what? He'll use guiding bolt at.
Nearly dead, Alice.
I know. Guiding bolt at first level, so we cast it at second level. Just get a bit more damage on. I didn't realize how much I already did. A ranged spell attack is plus 7. Oh, 15.
15 to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh.
Roll the damage.
That is 5d6.
Very nice. Go for it.
$19 damage.
Cool. So yeah, Ramas kind of jumping over the carriage, drawing his sword, getting ready to take out these goblins. Then Samurah flies overhead, disintegrates the goblins. A goblin from the other side shoots the horses. So suddenly all these goblins disappear in front of him. He turns around. The horses are 100 feet away because they've been shot by an arrow. And he kind of just lowers the sword in one hand and raises a finger going up towards the troll and just shoots a guiding bolt off. And this just bolt of radiant energy shoots from the tips of his fingers and just hits the troll square in the head as it collapses to the ground in front of Jade, Eartha, and Fleur, and Anya at a little bit of a distance. Okay, so the troll, you kind of, some of you probably sit down in the dirt and kind of just catching your breath. Samurah, you land in front of the horses. We'll say for the sake of things, they're familiar with you. They can sense the threat is gone, and they're at a distance. So you quickly calm them down, and you manage to awkwardly stir up. Actually, no, you probably don't need it. They're going in the right direction, so you kind of just hold them in place while the others kind of catch up. Does anyone want to do anything with the troll, or are you just kind of kicking them all off into the side?
Can I search it? See if it has anything good on it?
Yeah, go for it. Make an investigation check.
Oh, okay. 13.
13. Nothing, not really. It's wearing a loincloth. That appears to be its only possession. You're hesitant to lift it up to check for anything underneath. So you kind of just there seems to be nothing, unless you want to try and harvest something from it, like parts, like monster parts. There's
Is
nothing
there any-
really.
Is there anything good that we could use, like in terms of like selling price?
Make an intelligence check with advantage.
18.
18. Eartha, obviously being strategically minded, that being the basis of like his whole faith, he knew going into combat that fire was one of the optimal things. Fire or acid was one of the optimal things to use in this situation. So he'd probably know that is because if you don't deal fire or acid damage, they begin to regenerate. They're very hard to kill without fire or acid. So if you probably have an inkling like there might be a regenerative quality to the blood. Maybe the blood might be worth sampling, or like taking away in vials, and seeing if troll's blood might see if that has a regenerative quality that you might be able to sell on, maybe for some sort of potion or brew, something like that, or ritual.
Sure, I'll take some trolls. Why not?
So unless you have a specific amount of vials, we'll just go ahead and say you can harvest two vials of troll's blood. And very good. So you guys just kind of get repatriated back on the wagon.
Can I, once everyone's back on the wagon, just kind of stand up and be like, hey, everyone, I'm going to try something, just hold on. And I'm going to wait for everyone, and 5 seconds and just look at them all. And if they choose not to hold on, that's their fault. But I'm going to watch Jade hold on, and Abba's not there. And I'm going to walk to the back of the cart, and I'm going to, lie down with my chest on the floor of the cart, so I can hit my stick off the floor behind it.
Okay.
And do that with the thunder, and I want to see if with that huge sound explosion
The
type
horses.
of thing.
You're gonna kill the horses. Please
No,
don't.
I'm not. It's a single target spell. It doesn't deal any damage to anyone
But you're
else.
pushing the cart forwards. What's in front of the cart?
It's fine.
The
It's
horses.
not gonna
If you
kill
kill
them.
my horse,
Want to make an intelligence check?
I mean, yeah. I just feel like it doesn't have any pushing force. It's a sound spell. It doesn't have any pushing force. It's to scare the horses into moving in that direction quickly. I want to see if it works.
You think just
why
tapping
do we
the
need
horses
to?
on the butt would probably do that.
Yeah, but I want to use the stick, so I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do the thunder spell, the thunder strike.
We're in the fields of We're in the fields of the dead, right?
Go for it.
We're in the
Also,
fields of the dead, aren't we?
Yeah.
We make a
But,
loud noise. Chances are the dead are gonna come to us.
Also, that can be heard from 300 feet away. Just
Go for it.
So
Go
the
for it.
dead are gonna come for us.
Yeah, so I give the floor a bit of a tapping. A big thunder sound
Oh
comes
my
out.
god.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Samara taps the earth beneath the back of the cart, and there is a the vivid sound of thunder that you would hear in the middle of a horrible storm right next to you. This aching sound of thunder, and the horses, one of them whinnies up, one of them cowers, and they both begin to bolt forward. But they're clearly not moving in sync with each other, and the cart is kind of juggling about a bit. Eartha and Ramas make animal handling checks.
You dick.
This is exactly how I imagined it.
Animal handling is wisdom. I got a 24. Ramas got a 21.
Okay, just above 40. Okay. You managed to calm Sea Salt, being more familiar, but Black Beauty, already being injured, is much more shakeable, and refuses to stop running at a speed. So Sea Salt kind of tries to slow down as you kind of try to calm Sea Salt, but Black Beauty seems to be completely shaken. And so they're moving at drastically different speeds. Sea Salt kind of skids to a somewhat of a stop, while Black Beauty kind of keeps going. So the cart turns to the side and is now tipping over. So all of you,
You
everyone make a
fucking
dexterity
idiot.
saving throw.
You fucking idiot. Our lovely 5-minute travel is now going to become a 2-hour to 2 days extra. I got 5.
Bertha, what's your 5 on your dexterity saving throw? Samura?
18 and 6 for Jade.
Okay. Anya, dexterity saving throw.
Bear with me.
It's alright. This wasn't supposed to happen. Take all the time you need.
I got an 8.
8. Okay. 8. Roll for Fleur and Ramas as well.
Ramas got an
Whoever's-
18.
18. And what did Fleur get? Anyone got Fleur?
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, sure.
She got an 8.
8. So anyone who got below 15, which I think is the vast majority.
If I die here, I'm going to hurt you. And that's not in the game. That is in real life, buddy.
Okay. Everyone who got below 15 takes 15 bludgeoning damage and is currently pinned underneath the cart. So. Eartha, are you pinned?
Yes, I got 5.
Who isn't pinned? Is it Ramas and
Me.
Samura?
But Samura...
Okay.
So take away
Samura-
15.
Yeah, damn health. Yeah.
Okay, I've still got-
Samura, make a perception check, and Ramas as well. So Ellis, you can make a perception check.
15.
15. Okay.
13.
13. Okay. Ramas doesn't notice. Ramas is more specifically worried about you, and obviously being your brother, and is like, what the fuck? And is like, he kind of skidded to the edge of the road, so he's not like on his feet. Like, he didn't just jump off gracefully. He just managed to dive off and is out from underneath the cart. But he's kind of like scrambling and trying to like lift, like he's beginning to try and lift the wood. Samura, you hear a whinny. Sea Salt has toppled over and is like side on the ground and like kicking and like freaking out, and you see Black Beauty just running across the field, just like
You
like
fucking idiot.
Okay, I'm
You...
gonna fly for the
Did you
for Jessosaurus. I'm gonna fly straight for Jessosaurus and try and get to it.
Okay, so it's doing 120 feet of movement around, and you're doing 100.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
just gonna keep following and just,
Okay.
it's
It
open
won't
fields.
run for long. It'll run for about like a minute before it starts to like kind of slow down once it feels like it's away. So you do eventually catch up. While Samura is away, that means Ramas is the only one not pinned under a car. So you guys are like, you've taken a really heavy hit. You guys are like pinned beneath a heavy wooden cart, like 15 feet by 10 feet. Actually, we'll say for the sake of this, Anya, I'm gonna make a decision. Say, Anya, you managed to not get pinned underneath the wood. You're like, where people sit in the back. So like, you took a hit like on the back of your head as it toppled over you. But you're kind of like, you kind of come to, and you can kind of like crawl out the front. And same with Fleur. But Jade is kind of like the metal of her armor is kind of beginning to crunch slightly underneath like the wood's pressure, and Eartha is pinned underneath the wood. So Anya, Anya, Ramas, and Fleur. So Jackson, if you could roll for Fleur, if all three of you make strength checks.
I also mentioned I am quite low on health.
So
Yeah, well, you're
hoping
about to
you
take
would
more
kill me.
damage if they don't get it off you.
I know.
9!
Anya?
Flo got a 9.
Was it? It was a what?
Strength check.
Strength check.
So just
God.
the plus under the big strength, not the saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5.
Fuck. Okay, 14. Ramas, what did you get?
18.
18.
32.
32. Okay, that was not over 40. Okay. So Anya, Ramas, and Fleur, not prioritizing Jade for who her owner is, and she's not a living person. They run over to you guys. Run over to where Eartha is pinned, and Eartha is like, like his chainmail is like crunching into his skin. You try to lift up the cart, like you're desperately, but like only Ramas is really strong. Anya, you're pretty dexterous. So is Fleur. You guys aren't really strong, and you're like desperate, like you're pulling, like you can feel like your veins crunching. Yeah.
Can I? Oh, where's it gone? Sorry, I'm trying to find it. It was right here.
Full strength.
Yes.
I'll say, yeah, you can give Ramas. Just because it's already happened, we'll say Ramas had an extra 5. What was the original number?
18.
32.
32. Okay, so 30. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use the fact that Ramas has bull strength. I'm gonna work that into Eartha will take slightly less damage. So good call, Jeff. Yeah, so Anya and Fleur, you're like desperately trying to help Ramas, but you guys really aren't that strong. It's not your thing. So Ramas is taking a brunt of this heavy lift, and you can, like, the veins in his neck and like his arteries are bulging. You can see it underneath his skin, and like Anya, like Fleur, kind of has to let go. Like the splinters are letting into her fingers, and she just can't keep a hold of it. She doesn't like bring her hands away, but she like buckles. And Eartha, as that wood slams into you again, you take a -2 from whatever this is. Okay, you take 7 bludgeoning damage as that wood comes crashing back into you.
That's close. That's even closer.
I wanna. Can I do something else?
Yeah.
I wanna cast Healing Word on Eartha.
Go for it. Yeah.
Please.
I'm killing everyone.
Hang on.
The words,
there it is.
"Don't do this. This is a bad idea." Not, hit you or anything.
Yeah, look, you wouldn't have known. If you just handled the horses properly, it would have been a speed
I
boost. This
did
is all
handle
your fault.
Jackson. I
All
rolled an
your
18 and a 19.
You should have rolled a 20 and a 20.
So what did you get there, Jess? Sorry.
9.
9. So Eartha, you gain 9. As Anya's kind of like, don't die, and kind of those words just like fill your ears with the sentiment that you shouldn't die right now, and you kind of take in like a deep breath, kind of like Jon Snow lying on that table when he's been stabbed a bunch of times, like taking that first breath again. Anya, Fleur, and Ramas make another strength check.
I was looking through the spells. There was freedom of movement, which I thought was like, oh, that would be a great spell. Yeah, it only works if I wasn't trapped beforehand.
So, Flora got increasingly worse because of the splinters in her hand, So that's a 5.
Yeah.
Ramas got better. He rolled a natural 20. In hopes that does anything.
What was so say that again. What was Ramas's total?
Natural 23 with a nat 20.
23.
Plus 5 is 28.
28. And what was Anya?
16.
Okay, there we go. Over 40. So this time, Anya, you think you're about to do what Fleur did, and you can feel like the splinters digging into your the bow of your fingers, and you don't think you can hold on for a minute longer. And like as you kind of meet Fleur's eyes as she sees that familiar look, and she kind of nods her head so you can loosen a bit, and she takes that extra brunt. And a moment later, you catch it again, and Ramas takes a quick moment and like pushes it up. And Eartha, you have like 5 seconds to scramble out. You think
scramble out,
and yeah, you pull yourself quickly. This doesn't matter unless it's a natural 1, but make a dexterity saving throw.
I actually rolled a natural 20 for once.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of like Indiana Jones grabbing his hat from like beneath the closing wooden door. You kind of like you scramble out, and you see your medallion still lying there under its path, and you just like quickly grab it as it crashes back into the dirt, and you like lie on your back, spread out, like not in a great shape, kind of panting heavily.
I'm going to take that stick off him. He's not getting that anymore.
A few moments later, Samurai comes like flying low to the ground, holding Black Beauty's reins.
I want to play dead.
Hand.
Can I rush straight over?
That is a 19.
19. Make an insight check, Samurai.
It's close. It's real close. Where is insight? 17.
17. You see Eartha and he looks dead.
Cool. I'm gonna go get Jade. I'm gonna shout for everyone to help me get Jade.
Yeah, so you almost begin to worry, and then you realize no one's got Jade yet, and you're like, no, and you kind of begin. Is anyone helping?
Come on, she
Find
didn't do
Jade.
anything. Yeah,
No.
she didn't do anything.
I'll
There's no
go
point to
help.
hurt her.
I'll go help. I'll get rid of my act, slap him across the back of the head, and then
One of Eartha's eyes shoots open, and he sees him panicking about his robot. And
Jade
and he
did
goes
nothing
to her.
wrong. She's an innocent bystander. If you kill Jade, you just.
I was an innocent bystander.
You weren't meant to be hurt either.
Exactly, innocent
were-
bystander.
Okay, Eartha and Ramas definitely isn't, and Fleur definitely isn't, but Eartha and Samura make strength checks.
Oh, it's bad. It's a 5.
An unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Actually, you
Wait.
can add.
Jackson, do you not have the spell minimize and enlarge?
That's a
I do.
terrible idea.
Can you not minimize the
Oh,
card?
making it large.
Can you not minimize the card?
I thought you were going to minimize Jade and just have it crush.
No, minimize the card.
Oh, yeah.
You're already doing it. Because Jade is a robot, you can add her strength because she can try and push as well.
Let me roll that then. That's 13, because she only has
So-
a +2.
So it was 18 and then Eartha's. What was yours, Eartha?
Unnatural 20.
Okay, so 38 down, really close, but she's going to take a bit of extra damage. Okay, 11 damage as the wood comes crushing back down onto Jade, as she's both pushing it up and you two are trying to lift it, and it buckles back down into her chest plate. Yeah, are you minimizing or are you trying to strength again?
I gotta try again.
You're not going to
Wait, do we
minimize
have
the card?
Anya's... Wait, 1 minute. Do we have Anya's help doing this or not?
No.
Okay, it's just 2 of us. We're gonna try again, Alex.
You sure you don't want to minimize the card? Well, we can literally
No, we could do
No,
this.
he's doing it. Come on.
We could do this.
No metagaming, no metagaming.
No, this is Eartha. As Eartha,
But you're only
minimize
lifting.
the
You're
card.
only lifting.
I rolled
You're
a
only
9. I got 19 overall. You need a 21. We could do this.
I don't think we can physically get that.
I can't, but it's not a 21. I can tell you that now. So what is a reasonable
Give
number
a
for you,
bardic
Jackson?
inspiration.
Thanks, Jess. What is that? That's not going to help me though. Well,
It's
That's
a
a
1d8.
plus.
It's an extra 1d8, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well-
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Jackson, you better hope I roll high on this.
You
Because-
didn't roll shit, did you?
Jackson, I'm currently on 12.
Yeah, so you physically can't get a high enough number. It's not possible. It doesn't matter.
So is it 12?
No, it's 15 with the bardic inspiration.
Okay. Okay, this does appear to be max damage. Okay, that's okay. That's 17 damage to Jade. As for the 3rd time, the wood plummets into her, and now even though she's made if it wasn't happening so repeatedly, the magic armor can't take physical damage, but it seems to be bowing into the wood as the magic is fading. You trying again?
Buddy,
Is
buddy,
Jade alive?
buddy,
She's-
Samura,
she's
buddy,
She's on 4 health. I'm gonna reduce.
buddy,
the
Samura. Minimize the card.
I'm
You're a
gonna-
wizard.
I'm gonna reduce the card. You know, if you just had a bunch of if we weren't friends with literally a bunch of murderers, this would have already happened.
Let me just check something.
If 2 awful people weren't just trying to kill my friend.
Buddy, if I
Um,
didn't need you for the upcoming fight, I would have killed you myself.
Yeah, but here's the difference, Alice. If you'd done this to me, I would have killed you. But I wouldn't have killed Ramis if he was stuck under the cart.
Why
And
do you
that's
think
what
I'm
they're
helping?
doing.
Why do you think I'm helping?
Get your brother in check.
No, I don't control him.
Well, you should. Well, you kind of do, actually.
I do at the moment, but not in game.
Okay, so it reduces from large to medium. So we'll say for the purposes of this, it doesn't. Like, yeah, you don't have to lift it off. You can just it reduces to a size where it's no longer covering Jade, and Jade kind of like loosely like picks herself up, kind of like a malfunctioning robot, kind of slamming into things until the armor kind of smooths itself. You probably put some mendings into her, and she eventually bumps back out.
I want to flip the cart back to the right way around and put mending on the cart before I do Jade.
Make a perception check.
Oh, the cart's gonna be fucked. You.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
It could be fixed.
Fuck.
We can mend in the cart. Unlimited
We've got to find
times.
the parts. You know, the parts that could
you
be
can't- they don't
everywhere.
create bolts.
I'm so happy this happened.
I am 22.
22. Okay, you see one of the wheels has splintered in half, but you think you could fix that with mending. But one of the two look intact. One looks to have splintered in half in the tumble, but yeah, you can mend that because it's just putting parts back together. One of the wheels seems to have come undone, and you can see you have it. Obviously, casting mending into it would mean it wouldn't be able to rotate anymore because it would just patch it with wood. So you need to find the bolting, like the bolts to put it back in as a wheel, as a spoke.
I'm going to turn
which
to
are-
Samara and just go, you
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
I'll just turn back to him and with no remorse.
Is
Hello.
anyone? Sea Salt has been kicking and screaming on the ground for about 2 minutes
I
now.
want to pick it. I want to try calm
I
it,
have
calm it down.
no idea how you pick up a horse.
You just kind of,
yeah,
you kind of calm it
you
down.
need
And
to
kind
let
of
it
like,
get on the front.
yeah.
Yeah, so make an animal handling check.
Oh, fuck.
I can reduce
Oh,
the bolts.
Fuck inspiration. Okay, that's not any better. That's a 19.
19. Okay, we'll say after a few minutes, Sea Salt kind of like does that when horses lie down, kind of somewhat like kind of folded up, and then eventually he picks himself back up, so he's standing again. So you guys need to try and find the. There are 3 missing bolts that affix the wheel to the wagon that you don't immediately see lying around. So is someone going to try and look for those?
Yeah, I'll do an investigation check.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So you two can make an investigation check. Anya's just looking off into the distance, like, why am I here? Are we put here just to suffer?
Oh,
And I want to
25.
Can I cast
Yeah,
locate object?
2 seconds. Anya, what were you saying?
I just wanted to. So obviously, because my horse got shot, does that mean the horse? Like, how wounded is the horse?
It's just like a flesh wound. So by now you've probably removed the arrow. It was just a
Okay.
bit spooked. Like after it's had some rest, it'll be fine. You think like it just needs to sleep it off, and it'll be
Okay.
all right. Read me do you have to be familiar with the object, Eartha?
I'm double checking.
Yes, familiar is a word within the list.
Then I'm afraid I don't think you've ever personally looked at these bolts. You're aware bolts exist, so I don't think you're going to be able to locate object keys.
Jax is trying to fuck me over there.
I'm not, because I was actually looking at the spell while I'm pretty sure it's in the list of spells I sent to Brad the other day.
Shit.
This is an unexpected video.
I told you, we're not getting to the Citadel.
No, we got plenty of time. We got
Investigation, yeah.
Yeah, so you and Samara make investigation checks. I'm sorry, but with disadvantage. It's literally a needle in a haystack. It's actually a bolt in a long grass field. So
Well, I rolled better that time, so it's still 25.
25. Gotta be
18.
over 40. What was it?
18.
18.
That's over 40.
Okay, you managed to find the first bolt. Do it again.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
Fuck, that was a natural 20.
12.
12.
27.
27.
That's
Oh,
39.
Painful. That's painful. I'll say it takes you longer. Like it's impeding on your travel time, but you do find the second bolt as the sun is starting to set. Make a third investigation check. By this time, Anya, Fleur, and Ramas are just like having supper, like sitting on the upturned cart, just like fuck this.
21.
11 and 20. Okay, rough. Yeah. Now, like well into nightfall. Like, you know, maybe Fleur has already went to bed. Ramas and Anya are just like having light conversation as they just stare daggers at Samura from the upturned cart. And Eartha, you're just like, I cannot fucking believe, like kicking through long grass, like a angry parent where their child's lost their stuffed toy. And then eventually, Eartha, you kind of kick something and it feels harder, and you look down and you see a familiar third bolt lying in the long grass.
Great. Now I've got to fix the fucker.
Yes, you do. So by this time, someone kind of mending the third wheel back together, so that's all right. So you go over to the fourth one. If you have the 3 bolts, make a sleight of hand check, I guess.
13.
Can I help him?
Sure.
No, you've done enough.
We'll say that gives them advantage. If you have advantage.
13.
By this point, probably the only person who's still awake, just out of, like, even though he wouldn't admit it, probably guilt, Samura is still kind of just sitting on the upturned cart, like legs folded, watching you try to do this. Like, yeah, Jesse, you say something?
No, she's twiddling her fingers.
So yeah, by this point, it's like 1 a.m. Anya, Ramas, Fleur, they've all went to bed. Even Jade is like bored, like kicking stones into the grass. Samura's kind of sitting cross-legged, watching Eartha and like criticizing you not able to do it. And then at 1 a.m., you finally get the third bolt to slip into place, and you just kind of like one tear just like runs down your cheek. It's still upturned, and everyone's asleep. But yeah, the horses aren't even with the cart tonight. The horses are like lying down next to the tents that have been set up, like just kind of chilling in the long grass. But yeah, you slip that third bolt in, and now the only issue is that it's turned upside down. But other than that,
I'm gonna look at Samurai and go, "You fucker, reduce it now."
I'm gonna turn around and go, whoa. It was
very hostile.
I didn't get the voice. I ran the voice. I'm too busy laughing. I'm so happy this happened.
That added a good 20 minutes. I'm happy about that.
Come on. I mean, it was an accident. You know, I wasn't purposely trying to kill everyone. There's no need to be a dick about it. I'll cast reduce.
It's 1 a.m. It is 1 a.m. in the morning.
I'm gonna get
I am in no mood for. Whoa! I wasn't trying to kill everyone. All right, I'm too tired.
That's good. I'm gonna just turn away after we flip the cart and go, oh well, let's hope his knickers on in a twist later on tomorrow to Jade, and then I'll fly up to a tree.
You're in the middle of the fields.
I'll fly a little bit away and then go sleep somewhere.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm gonna sit at the. Can I sit at the front of the cart and just stare out into the distance, just holding the reins to nothing?
Yeah, the horse. You're just like, you just kind of like, as you dream about riding horses that night. Yeah, if you wake up the next morning, kind of like still one hand holding the reins, and you kind of like just wake up. And like, you know, sometimes when you wake up and you don't remember anything for like the first 5 minutes, like you don't know who you are. Like you wake up and you immediately remember like 7 hours ago. Like it's just like, I'm so mad. And you know, everyone slowly wakes up and you know piles back on. They're very impressed you managed to put it all back together. Samurai and Jade eventually titter back over and climb aboard. And you go about the final stretch of your long journey.
We weren't even a day away, and this shit happens.
It's only a day away.
But Alice, would you have had as much fun if I hadn't? Samurai would have tried that. That's all I'm saying.
Samurai did try that.
2 more days of icy, awkward traveling, and you come across the familiar ruined exterior archway of the citadel, these like red and white checkered marble walls, and the familiar white keep with a red dome atop it. As you ride up, you see some clerics that like let you in, recognizing you from your original custom a few 10 days ago, and you are, you saddle everyone, like everyone your horses and cart get stabled with the dwarf stable master.
I missed a perfect opportunity.
So Ramas actually is going to pull you aside, Eartha, and say, not to be crass, but it's been nearly a 10-day and you haven't paid me my share, but I'll take it now.
Well, how much you want?
Well, my split. I don't know how much you got.
What for? Oh, the egg. Yeah, right.
I only got you an extra egg, okay? I think I deserve my split.
Do you want it back? We still got it.
Yeah, because it's worth more than my split.
Alright, I'll just
You're
pull
not
out.
a great businessman.
I'm sorry, I am tired, I am frustrated.
He just puts an arm on your shoulder and he's like, actually, you have a long road ahead. I'll just take my coin.
You sure you don't want the egg?
I'm positive. Just give. His hand tightens and he's like, I don't care how tired you are. You try and cheat me out of my coin, I'm gonna.
I will.
He got a one on. Just like, gimme.
I will give him the amulet. The 2,500 gold amulet.
Okay.
Because I don't know where. No, I'm just gonna say like I'll give you this because I don't know where I'm gonna sell this, and I'm assuming you're gonna need to give something to your future wife and all. So
yeah, but make a deception check because it's worth half of his share.
Oh no, I'm not finished. I'm gonna give him a bit of gold with it. I wasn't being a dick. I was generally gonna be like, give you this and a bit of gold, but and I'll give him.
How much did we earn? We got 14 grand, and it's to split
13.
between 5.
Got
13 grand between 5 is.
No, Fleur doesn't count. 4.
You don't know that. She was there. You think she probably would like a split.
Between 5, that is 2.5 grand. Just over 2.5 grand each.
2,600.
It's 100 quid.
And an extra, and I'll give him an extra 1,000 gold, which is the exact amount.
He greedily takes it and he tucks them in. He says, "Pleasure doing business with you." And he kind of taps you on the shoulder and says, "Well, let me know when you're going."
There was no business about that.
Kind of winks at you and he says, "Right, I need to go find my fiance."
I need to talk to Caitlin as well at one point.
That's not my fiance.
I know, but
You
it's
can do whatever you want.
mother-in-law at this point.
He just like lifts his arm and he's like, "Sure, go on. I'm sure she's around." And he just kind of jogs off.
Oh, you bitch.
He jogs off towards the estate. Samara, you have business with the librarian, so you guys can head towards the chapel if you like. The library's on the second floor. And as you go in, Eartha, you would see Caitlin is currently instructing some pupils on the red and white checkered lanceboard floor of the chapel. And Samara, glancing up above, you see Forst, the librarian, Bladesinger, kind of leaning over the banister, and he looks a bit taken aback to see you, and he kind of gives you a bow and moves away from the banister, kind of expecting you to come up, probably.
I want to look to Samara and go, "No stick." All right.
Can I do like an army cadet and like double hit the stick off the floor, like the base of it, not casting out, and then like a salute and walk off.
He stomps up the stairs to go see the librarian. So if as you watch him stomp away, you and Anya, and I'll say for the Fleur doesn't really know anyone here, so she's not like super comfortable, so she's probably just hanging out with the horses in the stable, or maybe just kind of like hanging around outside getting some fresh air. So you and Anya are in the chapel. Caitlin kind of sees you, and she kind of like, after a few more moments of talking to these pupils, they kind of give her a head bow and begin to peter off, and she kind of begins to approach you and waits to hear what you have to say.
As she walks, before she walks over, I want to turn to Anya and ask, should we tell her what happened? Because she instructed me probably best not to go to the bridge, but we did anyway.
think Anya would just shake her head like, no. Best
Okay.
not to mention it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I also just say I wanted to like go in, turn the corner, so he expects me to go there, and then I'm gonna come straight back out and keep following him to Caitlin.
Okay. Yeah. So that Samura's approaching from behind, and as Anya says, probably best not. Caitlin just says, probably best not what? As she kind of moves over the three of you now, and she says, I trust your journey was well, separate.
I'd say that, in a way. Had a few bumps here and there.
Regale me.
Our cart broke. We fixed it.
Can I
nearly got
interrupt
kid-
and go? Can I interrupt and go? Yeah, because he couldn't control the horses.
Perhaps it's best I hear what happened from Ramas.
My face, when he says that, my face drops from like a happy expression to a I'm going to kill someone kind of like a I'm done kind of a face.
She, as you kind of like turn your head to.
No, I'm not even gonna.
You feel,
No, not even turning my head. Just all emotions gone.
as you kind of drain, then she puts a hand on like your lower arm, and she says, I will converse with Ramas and return in a while. You can entertain yourself here for a bit, I'm sure, and we will go about your knighting later this day. If that sounds agreeable.
Yes. You know what? I will tell you. We went to the bridge to see the people that were hunting us down because we got attacked on the way by some dark elves who were also sent by him. Or them, should I say, because there are now 7 of them, and they're called like the Keysmen. We know 2 of them. One Cambion named Damon, bit of a dick. The other one is an Air Genasi, Aria? Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. They are Damon or whatever it is currently in Baldur's Gate, and is threatening our friends because we very much hurt him, and I may or may not have taunted him a bit because I noticed he got a bit off his game when he got a bit angry, so I've been trying to like annoy him so that he slips up somewhere. They also said something about a timeline, that it's the wrong timeline altogether. I don't know where that comes into play. I think that might just be him talking a load of bollocks, but you know, stuff happens. And then we helped Ramas.
Well, certainly sounds like you've had a fruitful 10-day or so.
Can I jump in and go? And that's not the only super evil thing which happened.
She clasps her hands together and she says, "It really is better if I hear from Ramas, as he is a neutral source."
Ramas doesn't know what happened. He wasn't there.
She
Which bit are we going on about?
admits defeat on that, and she kind of bows for you to continue.
Thank you. I'm sorry I am taking a bit of time. And I'm going to start like whispering a little bit, just trying to make sure no one else hears. In my satchel there is a stone. I was sent to get it from the same place you sent my friend here.
She cuts in like hard. She says, "By who?"
Fast.
She glances up to the banister, but he's not there anymore. And she says, "We'll discuss this later." And she storms past you to go outside the door.
Cool.
So, buddy, was this your way of keeping this stone? Because I think she might not let you keep it.
No, it's just easier to say this, Jackson. I don't really care if I keep the stone or not, because I think it's only going to get me in trouble.
But Wade, think about Wade here.
Yeah, I mean, when he told you to do it, she did try and catch you, and he kept it a secret from her. So, yeah, you get the sense she is not happy about it.
Yeah, I was purposely.
I know.
Realize this will be the first time that Eartha and Anya are hearing about this because they didn't know that.
Yeah, so you do occasionally. You probably caught him talking to a stone a few times, but he's kind of weirdly eccentric as it is, so you probably haven't put much stock in it. So it's probably kind of one of those.
Did he not tell us? Because he said he had to get
No, I
something,
didn't.
and we said don't worry about it.
I did not tell you where I got the stone,
You
so
didn't-
I will
yeah.
say there as well. And I may have stolen it from Amaracenta's lair, basically, in the river. Not exact toll. Definitely somebody didn't want on.
Yeah,
Well-
that probably doesn't sound good to you.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
like.
even Anya can read, like, stealing from a dragon's lair isn't like
I'm-
top shelf behavior.
I'm gonna be like proper, just straight. Kind of like try and make a kind of sarky comment, knowing how bad it is, but just like, well, those types of dragons are all about balance. I gave them my sword. You took a stone.
Well, I did say I didn't want to go through that fog. There was a reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did she go towards Forst or away from Forst?
Towards Ramas, she left the chapel.
Cool. I'm gonna head up towards Forst then.
Oh.
Yeah, cool. So you chop. Are you guys following, or are you guys gonna do something else, or hang around down here?
I'm gonna take a step outside. Is it sunny outside, or is it cold?
Yeah, it's still cold, but it's also it's kind of that like late winter, early spring.
I want to
Like-
go sit against a wall and just kind of bathe in the sun for a bit.
Cool. Anya, are you going outside with Eartha, or are you following Samurai?
I'm
Or doing your
following
own thing.
Samurai.
Yeah, so Samurai, as you go up to see Forst, you trot up the stairs behind him, kind of curious about what's going on here with this stone you didn't know much about. And as Forst is kind of closing up some books and shelving them away as he sees you approaching, and he says, "You've returned slowly. I was worried." And he pushes the book into place.
Have a look at it back.
Pause for a sec.
Sure.
I can't. I don't know if Jackson's speaking right now. I can't hear anything.
He's very jumpy.
We'll let it settle. So yeah, Samurai. Forst is kind of just looking back at you as he slots that last book into place.
Yeah, I'll turn to him and I'll go, you didn't tell me I was... but is there anyone around? Apart from Anya?
Just Anya. Anya's probably not right behind you. She's probably just kind of like lurking, like just like looking around at some books, sitting at a table, whatever.
You didn't tell me I was going to be stealing from a dragon.
I told you you'd be stealing from the Guardian. You didn't ask for much more.
Also, are you aware of what this actually is?
Of course I'm aware. And for the record, I couldn't tell you who the Guardian was because it's part of Eartha's trial. I had no reason to believe you wouldn't tell him. Yes, I'm aware of the soul within the stone. Legends have spread along the local area, and although there are people that disagree with me, I believe it is time that it is removed from the clutches of Amaracenta and studied, like the artifact that it is.
Well, he doesn't want to be in the stone much longer,
I should think not.
so he may try and convince you to kill an archmage.
Well, that should be no trouble. I am an archmage. I have no reason. I have no reason to believe I cannot fend off his swaying. But I do not intend to take it from you. I intend to pay you for you to take it somewhere else, if you are
And
willing.
that would be?
I have a friend. Really, the Citadel has a friend. One of the 8 great readers of Candlekeep, Alchrist, a dragonborn fellow. I would see you take it to him. He does not specialize in items of this nature, but he specializes in military strategy and military history, which is why we have a working relationship. But he will know where it should go from Candlekeep.
Okay, yeah. I guess I can do that. I'm going to Candlekeep anyways.
Very good. Then payment in advance. He puts a stone on the table. You see it's the twin to the sending stone he gave you, and he slides it across to you for whatever use you have of it.
Okay, yeah, I'll grab that and I'll go. I'll just say thank you and I'll leave.
Yeah. He kind of gives you a stiff bow and returns to his work, kind of feeling like he's won, not knowing that his boss is like super pissed. And yeah, he kind of returns back to his work with a pep in his step. Anya, do you follow Samura back down, or are you staying up here?
Follow him back down.
Yeah. So Samura and Anya, you probably enter outside again, and you see Eartha kind of back against the wall, kind of baking in what little heat you can find against some of the white and red marble.
Can I walk up
yeah.
to him and pull out my two, like my now pair of sending stones, and go, well, I've just been paid to deliver it to Candlekeep, but that won't be happening. So 2 sending stones delivered there, and the stone actually to just go straight to your leader, whatever this is.
You don't want to keep it?
No, yeah, I don't see the point of angering the church. I've already been paid in advance.
It's a stone that could help you with your magic. Are you not curious by this?
Eartha, make a perception check.
See, I roll low and I forget I have like incredible pluses.
Must be low.
19.
19.
Yeah.
You see some of the people that were training with Caitlin. By now, probably like approaching 15 minutes ago. You'd seen they were doing like some light training drills. They were wearing like a dummy breastplate, and like they had some wooden training swords. You see them kind of like hugging the wall. There's 3 of them. They're kind of like staying in the shadow of the wall, approaching from the barracks, and they now have real swords.
Do they look hostile?
They make an insight check.
18.
18. The read you get from them, they look like they're specifically trying to look not hostile. They look like they're trying to look nonchalant. But in Game of Thrones and like the Red Wedding, when they're at the wedding and Catelyn lifts up someone's clothes and they're wearing armor underneath it, and she realizes something's going to go wrong. It's like that. Like they're wearing something they shouldn't. Like you're wearing armor and a sword, but that's just because you've just been out. They're just like hanging around. There's no reason why, and they don't look like they're going out on patrol or anything. They've seemingly went and got rid of their training gear, put on real gear, and they're now heading over to the chapel.
I want to go up to them.
I'll follow.
Well, they're kind of approaching. They're kind of approaching your direction because there's only one door to the chapel. Are you meeting them halfway or waiting?
No, I'll meet them halfway.
They don't stop for you unless you say anything.
So what's with the full gear?
What, like the front one kind of just stops. You recognize the middle one as Lisbeth, the girl you'd met originally on patrol at the gate while you are coming in. And the guy who's like at the front of the party is like, we're going out on patrol later. And then Lisbeth cuts in and she's like, no, we're not. We're going away for a few days. We're going on a hunt.
Kind of want to get up close. I kind of really stare at her.
If I'm behind Ufa at that point, can I turn around to Jess and go, just like wait, like go up to her ear, whispering in, do you have the zone of truth?
Do you indeed? Just thinking that.
When I say that, I kind of, well, when they're talking about that, I want to like lean in here and say, is it to do with Foss?
Yeah, as you kind of lean in, Lisbeth says, I don't want to lie. I don't want to hurt you, Eartha, and I don't want to lie to you either. So just get out the way. Church business.
I'm gonna step back.
She kind of like, you see like a breath, like a relieved breath, and she kind of gives you a nod. And she starts walking here, and the front guys start walking towards the door, and the back guy just kind of stands outside to the left of the door.
Do I know where Ramas is?
You know he went to the estate, and you presume that's where Caitlin's went as well, to like the Bloodhawk estate.
Right.
Just clarify to me what's going on right now. I'm a little
Caitlin
bit
is...
lost.
I assume Caitlin has sent these guys to kill Forst, as Forst has done something unthinkably wrong. But if Caitlin
Samura
sent
basically
them...
spelled it out for her.
Yeah, and then I took the money off. I took the payment off Forst to do a different job. Oh, I'm a little devil today.
Out of pure curiosity, Bradley, a
Is
sending
the one-
stone, can it only be 2 sending stones, or can you link a third sending stone to those sending stones?
Not strictly, but I'd allow you to, like, you could homebrew that, yeah. You can't really buy them in 3s, but if you bought like more sending stones, I'd allow you to like spend time with them to like link them up, put them on the same network.
Could we do that with a bag of holding?
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I'd let you homebrew something like that. Yeah. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna ask Urfago. We should probably go to the estate, by the way. I wish to give her the stone. I have no quarries.
You can do that. I want to see how this plays out. I kind of want to like stand like across from the door, but to the side, so that I'm like out the way. Just kind of do what I was doing before and sit back down and kind of like lean against a wall.
Can I whisper into Ufa's ears here? Go. He's an archmage, and they're a bunch of rookies. Caitlin has no idea what he's capable of, and I don't know the way to the estate.
You can see this thing.
Yeah, okay.
It's a
I'm gonna start walking off then.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna start walking off after I say that then.
Anya, what are you doing? Are you going with Eartha or Samura?
That's heading where the group
Yeah,
is going to
Eartha's
possibly find
staying,
Faust.
Yeah.
And then Samura's
Samura's
going to
the estate to see Caitlin, the patron of the religion.
Right. I am going to...
Just what you think Anya would be more like, I'm needed here, or I should do this.
probably go with the group.
With where Eartha is.
Yeah.
I'm
so
not going in. I'm sitting outside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go in, Anya, or do you want to stay outside with Eartha?
No, not go in.
So Samura, you kind of start trotting off across the, Jade kind of lugging behind you towards the estate. While Samura's off, a few minutes go by, you don't hear anything. Samura, what do you do at the estate? Do you knock on the door? Do you go in? What do you?
I'll knock and I'll put Jade not on the property, but just stood straight in front of the property, but like hugging the wall of the property at the same time, so really tightly packed into the property, but not on it. And then make her do a false self thing. Unnatural 20.
As you're kind of approaching the door, you do notice, you see Caitlin and Ramas kind of talking at a dinner table in the a right hand room off the main entry hallway.
I'll still knock first, and I'll leave Jade outside in a unanimated version, so that she just looks like armor.
Cool. You knock, and a few moments go by. The door opens, and you see Saria, the ginger daughter of Caitlin, and she says, "Ah, good to see you're well."
Thank you. I just to hand something to Ramas and Caitlin. They should be in the other room, I think.
She kind of leans back and she says, "Right, you are." And she opens the door fully and lets you walk in. And yeah, she'll take you into the room, and they both look over you, just curious as to why you've come here.
Just gonna place the stone on the table, say, my apologies, and walk.
You see, they both tumble off the table away from it. They bolt away from it. All three of them, including Saria, press against the walls away from this thing. And Ramas says, "You are not winning many friends here." And he's they're all staring at you what have you done?
I was just doing a job someone in this like Citadel told me to do. I can take it away if you want.
Cutting over to Earth and Anya, make a perception check.
Both of us?
Yep. Unless you're purposely like not interested.
29.
No, I'll do it.
29 and
I mean, is there any point in me rolling that? Hey, 20.
20. Okay, you both. After a few moments, you hear a ta-ting, just like a distant metal clang. Doesn't sound like combat. It sounds like just like someone dropping a metal saucer or something.
I have something to say, but I'm not there.
Do you guys go in or you stay outside?
What's the expression of the guy who stayed outside?
He seems to like. He seems very nervous.
I want to go kind of.
He was trying to pretend at first, but he's now been very much consumed by anxiety.
I want to sit on the wall next, like lean against the wall next to him, and just try chat to him a little bit.
Yeah. What do you say? He does it. He looks open to talking, but he looks like he can't really get words out right now. He's, you know, when like people get divorced and they play with like a phantom ring on their finger. He's kind of like twisting his fingers, like just like almost corkscrewing them, like checking they're there. He's like just touching bits of his arm. Like he looks very anxious. He's kind of a lot of sweat accumulating in his brow.
You nervous?
Why should I be?
I don't know. You just have that very nervous look on you. I mean, you're sweating. You're fiddling with everything and anything.
Yeah, well, long day. You know how it is.
Yeah. I mean, hey, don't worry. I know how you feel. I've had some pretty nervous times in the past 10 days or so. I mean, hell, I came face to face with an ancient green dragon, so...
Did you kill it?
Fuck no. You seen me? I'm barely a knight.
Your brother killed the dragon.
Yeah, I know. But I'm not my brother.
He looks at you and he says, "Neither am I. But I guess the guy's got to try." And he gets like a loose smile and he kind of leans off the wall and he goes to walk inside.
Be careful.
Always.
I mean, that guy's an archmage, so seriously, be careful.
He doesn't even hear that bit. Like the doors, like the double doors of the chapel slam shut as he kind of very quickly brushes his way in.
He's dead. I want to say that out loud as well, just like under my breath, just, he's dead.
You hear that, Anya. You hear that solemn claim. Samara. So, yeah, they're all kind of like, you hear Ramas say, "You're not making many friends here."
Yeah, I'll just go like, "Hey, I was just doing a job someone in your citadel told me to do. I'd let you know that it happened. I presumed you didn't want me to take it away. I mean, I can if you want."
You see, make a perception check.
I'm not gonna get stabbed, am I? 16.
16. You see Saria and Ramas exchange a look that Caitlin is not a part of.
Okay.
Caitlin kind of growls forward like a lion, and she says, "Then you need to take it back."
Okay, yes. No bother, I can do that.
Now.
Yeah, I'll grab the stone and walk out.
Yeah, you trot back out. As you glance around to tell Jade to come, and you see like Caitlin, Ramas, and Saria all like staring at you out of the window. Saria kind of less interested, but Ramas isn't really staring at you. Ramas is just kind of looking at you. Saria isn't looking at you. You can just see her, but Caitlin is like staring right at you.
Can I just give like a wave and keep walking?
As you trot over to where you see Eartha and Anya outside the chapel doors. What are you guys doing?
I'll walk up and go, "So, hear anything kick off?"
Heard a few things fall. Pretty sure I just spoke to a dead man.
Things fall like books.
No. So I'm assuming they probably
he's a-
just died and
he's-
that's a sword, but
Yeah, he's a blade singer. I don't think his sword's made of metal.
can I do an intelligence check on a blade singer? To see if they just enchant weapons or enchant themselves to use weapons?
Can I do the same?
Yeah, go for it.
14.
17.
So you guys would probably know blade singing is like blade singers master wizardry that also incorporates like swordplay and dance. It's very much like a bardic wizardry swordplay. So swords are still involved. It's just there's magic and kind of that rhythmic bardic element in there as well.
So that could have been him, could have been them. But I don't think it's gonna be him.
Yeah, probably it's not. It's probably best not to find out.
Yeah. So what did they say about the stone?
I put it on the table, offered them it back. I basically demanded I was to take it back to the fog.
Right, how many days would it take to get to the fog and back?
Well,
At a
I
fast
also
pace.
I also promised someone else I'd take it to Candlekeep. And I promised Candlekeep first, so I guess, in ways of words, first promise is the one you follow. Get
But
away
did-
religion.
But
Burning bridges this episode.
but did you
I
not
like it.
just say you were gonna give it to them anyway?
Yeah, but it sounds like more fun. He's a dragonborn.
That's a fair point, it's a fair point. Like, look, I didn't hear shit. I don't want to go against Caitlin or anything. I don't want to really go against you because I need you at this moment in time. So,
Eartha, make a perception check.
well, it's over 30 if that counts for anything. 33.
You notice, you see Caitlin and Ramas aren't inside the estate anymore. They're not really close to you. They're just outside of the front doors of the estate, so quite far away, like a distance away.
Are they talking?
But with that higher roll, Ramas looks like he's pleading with Caitlin.
I can read their.
Can I?
Can I see their lips move?
It's like 100 feet.
Can I, at this point, pull out one sending stone and hand it to Ufa? So it
Sure,
looks
yeah.
like I'm handing him the special stone.
Sure.
Why?
Sure.
Why are you giving me this, buddy?
It's a sending stone. We can cast sending to each other once a day.
Well, I'm going
Just
to be
in case
fully
we get
honest.
split.
You need to get going because Caitlin looks pissed. Or was it Saria?
Caitlin.
Caitlin looks pissed, so you might need to get going. Ramas looks like he's holding her off for now, but you need to book it back to that place.
Well, I'm just waiting for you two, and when we're ready to leave.
No, I mean, like, you need to
Chase the
go.
dragon away.
You need to get going.
I just leave now.
Like, buddy, you can either do one or two options. You can wait just outside the Citadel, but a little bit so that they don't know you're there, and we'll meet you on the way back to Baldur's Gate after tonight. Or you go back to the fog, leave the stone, hope the dragon doesn't find out, come back, and then we'll meet you here. Or we'll start heading towards you to meet you. But you can't stay at the moment. She looks pissed to the point where she's probably going to kill you.
I'll point at the stone and I'll say, "Call me in a bit." And me and Jade are gonna leave the Citadel.
Sure. Are you just grabbing a horse or are you footing it?
I'm just gonna go on foot and leave them the cart and shit to ride.
If I make an intelligence check.
That's cocked. I don't like that. That is intelligence, so that is 19.
As now, once Samura and Jade crest the portcullis of the Citadel, and they're no longer within sight, and definitely no longer within Ramas and Caitlin's sight, You then begin to think like, okay, well after the cart thing, Ramas didn't even like Samura that much, and he didn't even know him. And then you have a sudden realization: he's not pleading for anything about Samura.
Oh, you bitch. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take it. Fuck it.
Are you staying where you are?
I'm staying where I am.
A few more moments pass. It's actually kind of probably closer to a minute, where Caitlin kind of begins to march over to you, and Ramas is kind of following like a disciplined dog, like 5 feet behind, kind of like head down. And Caitlin just kind of like towers over you, Eartha, and she says, "Were you part of this?"
Which bit?
Make a deception check.
No, that's a genuine question. Like, I don't know which bit she's on about. This could be
feel like
multiple
it's
different
obvious.
things.
I feel like it's obviously about the stone, but I know you're trying to differentiate between the stone and the Cyricist.
No, I'm trying to
I'll-
differentiate between the stone and the dragon that we stole from.
They're the same thing.
No, I
think
mean
it's
not
the
that, not
second
that,
dragon
not the
we
stone
stole
dragon,
from
the other
Yeah,
dragon.
I'll let you have it. You see, she does kind of like, she gets like a twitch, like one of her cheeks twitches up, and she says, "The stone, Eartha, were you part of this?"
I didn't know.
Ramas says, "I told you he wouldn't. He wants to be a knight." Man.
I
And
found out when you did.
Caitlin like lifts a hand at you, and she turns back to Ramas, and she says, "Speak when spoken to." Eartha, what do you want me to do here? You bring a stranger into our home, and he shits in the bed of one of this citadel's only friends.
I don't know.
Do you think you deserve it?
Personally, no. Not at this point. Because I didn't see past this anything really. I noticed they were talking together, but I didn't know that he was sent to go steal from a dragon.
How long ago did they remove Faust?
I'm assuming it's probably when we first went through, so... DM, can you help me here, buddy?
You haven't seen anyone remove Faust.
Forced? Oh. Oh, I was all about the stone. Wade, my bad. I thought Wade. Nah, Wade.
Got your name. Never name them. Don't get attached.
20 minutes ago.
I don't know if they did. I mean, you're putting 3 mediocre people against an archmage.
You've clearly never danced with Lisbeth, Ramas. And Ramas kind of gives a polite nod and goes to go in. And walks in as well. You haven't even heard anything except that one tiny little metal. I appreciate your candor, Eartha, but this is we're a quiet faith, and this is the busiest we've been in a while.
And I'm afraid it
Sure.
might end up getting busier.
My point is, it shouldn't be our own clerics creating the problem. She starts like fondling her symbol of the Red Knight. I will sleep on it tonight, and I will decide it if you're to be knighted in the morning. Are we understood?
Yes.
Very good. You will find rest in the barracks.
Right.
She leans against the wall.
I just kind of want to turn back and like look out over the gate. Just kind of stay there for a bit, just watching.
As you're kind of getting comfortable, Ramas reemerges, and he kind of walks immediately up to Caitlin and whispers in her ear. And Caitlin kind of leans up again, and she storms in, and Ramas follows at a distance.
Shit.
Can I cast sending
You've got the set in stone, buddy.
to force? And I want to say, well, if you're dead, you can't respond. But if you aren't, well, we tried to stop them.
A few moments go by. Indeed. Dead men tell no tales. You won't be telling stories for much longer.
Stop with me. Yeah, I'm just. By the way, this whole time I'm just wandering towards Baldur's Gate.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. For the sake of reference, like if you guys want to play it like this, you guys on horseback would probably catch up to Samurai on foot before he reached Baldur's Gate, so you can just do that if you want. But if and Anya, are you staying the night?
Yes.
Then Fleur will join you in the barracks for that night. Is there anything you want to do, Irtha? I'm guessing Anya's probably out of her comfort zone a bit here, but Irtha?
Probably just go lie on a bed in the barracks. And just kind of stay there and contemplate with my bird.
Can I cast my second sending?
Yeah.
I'm just going to cast it forced and go. I see no reason. Let's get the accent. I see no reason you blame me. I walked into the citadel and she stormed straight at me. I'm pretty sure the dragon realized and she presumed it would be us.
The thing with young, headstrong clerics arresting their elder is they talk too much. I'll see you very soon. Bet on it.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
That's the end of the message. So you got Samurai. You feel pretty comfortable camping on the road because you have Jade with you for protection if need be. So you probably had the foresight to it. If you knew where you were going, you probably grabbed your tent from the stable. And yeah, you camp on the road that night. Kind of a quarter of the way to Baldur's Gate along the coast route. Yep. Irtha. You wake up the next morning and like you're immediately filled with a sense of dread. You know when you have to go to school and you know you're gonna get told off? Like like as soon as you walk in there's a teacher that's like waiting for you like a shark. But you feel like a pressing in the side of your head.
What is it?
You kind of get up and you see nothing there. And you kind of look around for a minute, kind of like getting the sleep out of your eyes. And you lift up your pillow and you see a little ruby. Your thought immediately jumps to Damon, just obviously having that recent experience. But then actually make an intelligence check with advantage.
Oh, I was
actually, religion check.
I was just gonna send a message to Damon straight away, but alright. That is 11.
With advantage? Damn.
Oh no, never mind. I didn't hear the advantage, but that is not much. 15.
15. You remember. You can't put your finger on it. Finding a ruby under your pillow means something, and you can't. You feel like you've heard it somewhere before. Finding a ruby under your pillow. It's obviously weird, but obviously you've been finding lots of stones under your pillows recently. So you're like, I've heard. And you look in it to be safe, and there's nothing in there. It's just a small chipped ruby. It's not even like a nice ruby that you'd be able to sell for a lot. It's it's a small chipped ruby, and yeah, it's you. But you remember there's something about it. You think it might have been something your dad said to you maybe, but you can't remember.
I want to cast Sending to my dad.
Go for it.
This is the first time in a long time.
Yeah, you probably haven't spoken in approaching like 7 months, 8 months.
Shit. That's a long ass time.
You've only known Sending for like a week, so it's like
Hey Dad. How's the family doing? Did you once tell me something about a ruby under the pillow? If so, what does it mean? Miss you loads, Eartha.
very nice.
Thank you.
You hear, as part of the first words like choking on your breakfast, like.
I forgot, this is early in the morning for us. This is probably like middle of the night for them, isn't it? They're on the other side of the world.
Different time zone. It's
Shit.
3 a.m. somewhere. But you hear like, Arthur, good to hear your voice. Everybody's well. Your mother, your sister. She's doing excellent in her studies. Everybody is well. Ruby under pillow means, and the message ends, but then you hear quickly Ascending come through, like following it up. It's sorry, I was surprised. The ruby under your pillow. It's your first sign from Our Lady. It's a sign of reassurance. Well done.
Oh God, I hope
Keep
so.
the faith.
I want to send one back saying, thanks. I was a bit nervous just then. A lot has happened. You know, being hunted and all. Just, no, I'm not going to say anything else about that bit. I'm just going to say being hunted and all. Won't be able to do this often, but will when I can. And I leave it at that.
That sounds.
Is he sending another sending back? Because I was replying to him.
Yeah, he can send. If you can send too, he can send too.
I was just checking he wasn't just, random that you were replying to something. But yeah, that's fine.
He's resting on his laurels. He doesn't have things to do today.
It's 3 a.m.
That sounds intense. Be safe. We'll see you soon. Don't tell Ramaz. Saria wrote us about the wedding. Keep strong. It means you're on the right path. And the message ends.
And I'll reply, she told you? Damn, I was meant to keep it secret. Oh well, see you then. Maybe a while though.
Just told your parents for no reason that you're helping your brother keep secrets.
You hear.
Wait, there was a little bit more I wanted to add to that. What was it? Oh shit, what was it?
I hate my new bird friend.
I
thought you meant like my actual like bird. I was like, nah, I love him,
No.
Jackson. Nah, actually, I will just leave it at that.
Yeah, you just hear one bacon-filled word come through. Just women.
Just
a
I want
bunch of the bacon,
I want to send one back saying, I know, right?
and then yeah. You probably feel a bit more reassured having spoken to your dad and finding out the meaning of this ruby supposedly means. Apparently, the Red Knight manifests a ruby under your pillow if she's trying to reassure her followers. And if that's true, then this is the first kind of communication you've ever had with the Red Knight. You prayed before, but you've never heard anything back. You've never had any sort of.
You said this was a cracked ruby, didn't you?
Not cracked necessarily. It's not like a flawless. It's not like a nice ruby. It's like a small, very very small, like just mined
Oh,
kind
okay,
of
that's
ruby.
alright. I thought you were gonna twist on me and be like, oh yeah, but if it's cracked, it's a bad thing.
I wouldn't do that. Yes.
No, yes, you
Um,
definitely would.
I'm guessing you go and find Ramas outside your lodging that day. Fleur's gonna go and just to hang with the horses again.
I
Anya,
don't
yeah,
want to say anything when I see Ramas. I just kind of want to hold the stone, the ruby. Just kind of be like, not even say anything. Just kind of like hold it out. Guy just look at him.
he sees it and he kind of like pushes your hand down and he says, "No need to brag. We all know. Come on."
What do you mean we all know?
You think she put that under your pillow and she didn't tell Caitlin you had to be knighted?
Yeah.
Claps you on the back and says, "Don't relish in it. Don't want your ego to get too big."
I'm really feeling honest. I thought it was the person hunting us because he did this a couple nights ago.
Maybe he loves you too. Come on.
Nah, he definitely doesn't.
And he pulls you towards the chapel. Once you get in there, there's not much of a crowd like last time. It's just kind of some people going up to the library, some people leaving the chapel. Caitlin's just kind of standing there in the center waiting for you to approach. And Ramas says, "Don't worry, you don't have to say anything this time."
That's good. That's real good.
He pushes you forward. Go on.
Oh, okay. I kind of want to like, with my fist clenched, I kind of want to have the ruby in my hand though, but like clenched. As like
You're
a
holding onto it.
yeah.
As you approach, Caitlin, half with malice, half with like a tenderness, just says, "Kneel."
Yeah, I will kneel.
As you take one knee, her hand flies to her hilt and she unsheathes her sword. And she holds it in like a hostile stance for a minute until she lets it rest on one of your shoulders. In war, plan for peace. In peace, plan for war. You're the sword that strikes at the unworthy, and the shield that deflects from the righteous. You are a knight of Our Lady. And she lifts the sword to her other shoulder. From this moment till your last, by my honor as a Bloodhawk, I name thee Slaver's Bane for your efforts this 10-day gone. She removes her sword. Walk emboldened, Sir Eartha Slaver's Bane, and take this armor as a token of your might. And now you see Ramas approaching with this bundle of this dark bronze plate armor with a red cloth, like a red wool, like pelt sash that keeps it all tight, like a belt that ties it all together. And he rests it next to you. And then she says, "Rise."
Yeah, I'll stand up.
And she's looking you straight in the eyes, and she says, "Don't let me down, Slaver's Bane." And she walks away.
Yeah, alright. I'll
And Ramas just kind of, you kind of like stumble on your words, and Ramas just kind of nudges you and says, "Go get changed, and you should catch up with your friend. I think he was going to back to see Amarazenta."
That's the hope.
Get changed, get on the road. Good luck. And call from time to time.
Hey, you still gotta tell you where the wedding is, buddy.
It hasn't been arranged. I need to see when Mother and Father can get time away from work. I need to tell Mother.
I have some good news for you. I spoke to Dad this morning.
Based on...
He said he was going to come visit anyway. He doesn't know when, but he said he's going to come visit.
Parents always say that.
That is very true. I
Let's
did.
hope it's not for a long time.
You know what they're like.
Unfortunately, I do.
Yep. I'll probably end up moving here.
You really should hit the road. I wouldn't want to be around when the Bloodhawk sings.
Yeah.
Get changed.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And he marches off. You can return to the barracks, get changed. You and Anya can go and fetch Fleur and the go and fetch the rest of the the carting, the bridling, all of that, and set off on the road. What are you doing?
Gonna turn to Anya and say, which way do you think he's gone? Go on, I want you to place a bet right now.
I told you I wasn't taking it back. I said it to your face.
Yes, but then I said, think about it carefully, and you left. You never said which way you were going. You said you were going to contact me, and never did. So again, yeah, Anya, bets on which way he's gone.
I asked you to ring me, and you have the sending stone, so you can ring me.
I will play this footage back. Because I know what I'm going to say, but let's see what you say.
Wasn't he meant to meet Icky in Baldur's Gate?
Oh, God knows what's happening with that.
That's not happening.
I think she's just going to meet us where we can.
Yeah.
I think Anya would just be like, he's definitely not gone back.
Yeah, that's...
At all.
Well,
it's scary. I'm not going there on my own.
Anya is right.
I'm going to look at the sending stone, and full well known he hasn't gone that way. Just start going towards Boulder Gate.
Can I, as I woke up this morning, I want to cast sending. And I'm going to cast sending to Force, and I'm going to go, I know you're not happy to hear my voice, I can presume that. But you should know, I am a man of my word. I am taking this stone to Candlekeep for you. I think that's it.
The thing is, I don't get to reap that research anymore, boy. He's not finished. Do you know where the host tower of the Arcane Brotherhood is, perchance?
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Fades, okay. Well, I'm not going to waste a second sending on him, so I want to cast sending again, but I'm going to cast it to Riverland.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say, hey, Riverland. In a pickle, need a favour. Outside Citadel, walking Baldur's Gate. Can you teleport and get me?
You're about a day's travel from the Citadel, so you're kind of in the middle of no. You're not in like a specific place.
Do I know if he's even powerful enough to like have any teleportations to come and get me or not?
You know he teleported to Chilton back, but you also know at his place he had the teleportation. So you're not sure because like you can go to Port Nyanzaru because that's a place, but you're not really anywhere specific right now.
Yeah. Right. Can I change my sending message then?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I'll message Force back. And am I aware of this place?
You can make an intelligence check.
I'll make an intelligence check. That's a 22.
23. Your mind goes back to a lesson you had with Amarandax, where he briefly mentioned the Arcane Brotherhood, this kind of like ambivalent group of wizards and sorcerers. They operate. They're quite often viewed as evil. Not all of them are, but quite a lot of them have more evil agendas, as anyone with a lot of power usually does. Yeah, you remember the host tower of the Arcane is in a city up north called Luskan.
Oh no. Okay. Right. Well, I'll cast sending straight back. Yes. I'm aware of it. Want me to bring it there? I can find a way for that. That's it.
A few moments pass. Do as you please. I'm already here. Nothing else.
Okay. I see how this is going. Yeah, just gonna keep on walking. Straight to Baldur's Gate.
I cast...
Probably...
No, I'll let you finish that.
No, I was just going to say that evening, you guys on the horses, him on foot, you would catch up for that second night of camping
Okay.
for Samurai.
I have one sending left on it because I only cast one this morning. My dad
Yes,
did the others.
I think so, yeah.
I want to send into Raphael. Damien.
Yeah.
Damon.
I'm going to call him Damien just to annoy him.
Okay.
Yo, buddy. How you been? Long time no see. Loved the orbs, though. Shouldn't be long now. How's the lion and Drake? Love you, Eartha. Just to bring the blood boiling again.
The Drake wasn't for me.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm looking forward to our next dance. I think you'll like what I've done with the place. In your stead. Come and play. Can't wait to tell you everything.
Right. Okay.
And that's the end of the message.
Okay. I don't have another one.
Well, Anya, Fleur, and Eartha, that night, on horseback, as you're kind of pulling over for the night, as you're thinking about pulling over a camp for the night, you notice, like 100, 200 feet off in the distance, a bird in his suit of armor, lazily walking, and so you decide to push on a little bit, and Samurai, you eventually see them tumbling up behind you on the cart.
Need a lift?
Yeah, well, I didn't think it would take you too long. I see you got knighted then?
Yeah.
Told you would have nothing to worry about.
And I had everything to worry about. She was not happy. I'm pretty sure she was going to stab me with the sword she pulled out.
Well, I promise you it will only work out in the future.
You can't promise that.
Well, I made a couple friends, as well as making a couple enemies.
Who's your couple friends?
Nice old friend called Alcrest.
Who you haven't met.
Person I'm taking the stone to is going to investigate it and relay the information.
And you're sure he's a friend?
Well, he's part of Candlekeep's higher ups, so he can't be too bad.
But what if Frost or whatever, whoever you just got fucked, did a sending to him?
Well, at that point, I can surely hope I can put him down.
You can try. Yeah.
I have the gods on my side. Well,
Hey God.
one of them.
That doesn't mean they'll always help you though.
Well, heck, I have a couple of things in my head right now for what happens when I die.
I mean, look at Cyric.
And one of them you're way too familiar with.
As you guys
And
are
I'm
having
gonna-
this conversation, just as you're finishing up there, Fleur kind of like approaches you, Anya, and she says, How do you live with these people?
Anya will just reply with, "You get used to it after a while."
She like looks over at them and she says, "Huh, okay." And she just like looks lazily off to the sunset.
Anya pulls out like a bottle of vodka.
She's an alcoholic mother.
Drowns our sorrows.
What were you saying at the end there, Samura?
As I say something he's way too familiar with, I'm gonna make like a little hand thing, like them hand puppets. I'm gonna try and make a phoenix, or like kind of like flying away, to really represent
Ooh.
Shazar, the Undying.
Butterfly.
And then you guys rest that night. Next morning, back on the road, and this is where we'll finish up. Just after one more little thing, after a while, you begin to see Baldur's Gate sitting along the river at a distance. You approach. You arrive at the familiar Blackgate district with the Black Dragon Gate that goes into the upper city. Everyone make a perception check.
The city's up in flames. 12.
More than likely. 29.
So Eartha 29, Samurai, what was yours?
12.
12, and Anya, what was yours?
Oh, the golem. No, the golem.
What was yours, sorry, Anya?
5.
Okay, in that case then. Eartha, you kind of, we'll say you've been like taking the reins and you kind of jump off the cart and kind of like trying to get some fresh air. You're letting Anya and Samurai kind of pack up the horses in the Garenmore stable where you'd gotten one of the horses from before. Just letting them do it. You need some fresh air, and you kind of wander a bit, just like there's like a notice board. Just a little bit away from the stable, and you're just kind of approaching it out of you just need something to occupy your headspace right now, and a bit of paper that had clearly fallen from the notice board is whisked up in the wind, and it kind of gets caught against your leg, and you kind of reach down and just chuck it away, and you immediately recognize your own face on it, and you kind of unfold it, and you see the word "wanted" written above it in black ink. And as you're looking at this, it doesn't have your name on it. It just has a description, a reward, a drawn likeness of you. That is, that bit in Tangled where Flynn Rider sees the thing and he doesn't like the way the nose is done. You've kind of got a crooked nose. You don't like exactly how they've done the nose, but everything you can recognize it as you. So yeah, the words "wanted," a portrait of you, a brief description, and a reward of 15,000 gold pieces for the capture. Or 10,000 for the head.
What if I harm myself then?
You go to jail.
Do I get the money though?
What if I had
Probably not.
them?
You get the
Is it just me?
Yep.
Or are they on the notice board as well?
You look at, you probably kind of try to cover it a bit. You probably want to keep it. You kind of shove it into your new breastplate. Also, you're clearly wearing chainmail in the drawing, so you're not wearing the same armor as well. And you kind of glance up at the notice board. The rest seem to be Bertha is asking for 6 chickens for her Henry. You don't see any likenesses of Anya or Samurai.
Can I take my helmet out the bag of holding and put it on?
Yeah, you cover up your head with the helmet.
Can I walk up to him and go, maybe the colours still, they probably have described you as someone...
You don't know about it.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
So we'll end it there. So Eartha has a little secret that he can do with as he pleases.